My brain.
All right, we're live. So make sure everybody knows that.
We go live.
Can we have that on the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, we couldn't show because it was NSFW.
Can we and will we?
You can still
Funny
see
because
the outline.
it's funny because you can't see. In the camera, you can't see anything but
Man, that's
just
good.
you from the. It's just boobs and down. You can't even see face.
Oh, that's good.
What, TV print?
Yeah, that's good.
There's a constant reminder.
I think I'm gonna burn that into my chest, my actual chest, like Steve-O or something.
Oh, no.
Brand myself.
All right, let's
Get,
do this.
yeah, get a tattoo of yourself.
Well,
That always turns out great.
Okay.
Hey, I'm on GoNintendo, but I don't see the podcast as the top post. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
God
Yeah.
help me, because Danielle gives a shit about me.
Whoa!
I thought we were.
already late. She's
right.
bringing
Whoa,
up
whoa!
questions.
It's Mombrain, okay? Please.
Hey, we were here and you didn't start the goop thing.
The Gabagako.
Exactly.
I'm full of chicken and fries.
George never
chicken.
complains. He's always happy.
Chicken.
Chicken.
He's here every time.
Kentucky Fried
on
Chicken.
time.
Every time. On time.
All right, gotta look up this Pokemon.
Oh, I have it.
Oh, okay.
So everybody ready?
It's a native of the Hoenn region.
3, 2, 1. Go Nintendo Podcast, Webisode 817. The Drizzile Podcast. The Go Nintendo Podcast is a part of the HyperX Podcast Network. Check out our show and other shows at podcast.hyperx.com. Mombrain,
Oh, yes?
are you done cursing?
No.
Would you like to read
Can
about
you-
Drizzile,
can you-
please?
F yeah.
Let me just see here.
Drizzile, a clever combatant. This Pokemon battles using water balloons created with moisture secreted from its palms.
What's a battle?
They're 2 feet tall and just a bit more. They weigh 25 pounds. They're male and female. The category is water lizard, and their abilities include Torrent. And in case you are wondering, Torrent powers up water type moves when a Pokemon's HP is low.
It fights you
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Mombrain.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
with palm sweat.
Palm juice.
Palm kernel oil.
I was gonna try
Yeah.
doing the microphone handheld, but I already hate it. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing 2 things.
And I'm not even just holding it for myself. I'm holding it for this guy too.
Well, it's funny because
Oh,
when it's
thanks
on
for
the
holding it for me.
stand, you hold the stand.
Actually,
yeah, but then I can rest that on my gut, like
actually,
I said
can
last
we
week.
make it so that George holds it for me? Look at this.
It's too heavy. Please. I gotta carry these limes, please.
Hey.
Mombrain is here.
I sure am.
Nicky Hill is here.
Sup?
George is here. How are you doing? Kirby's here.
George, you should stop straining.
Are they that heavy?
He's
What are they
under-
made of?
I think they're made of limes. He can't hold on to them. It's a very stressful situation, and he constantly lives in that zone.
But the way his mouth is, you can't like talk like that when you're smiling like that, right?
Are you
Like,
George
telling
how to
George
talk?
how to talk? Wow. Wow.
all right,
Wow.
He's been
okay.
doing what he's doing for years.
This day and age.
Hey,
Deux
hey,
is here,
cuckoo.
and I am here. Hello.
How are you
Oh, and
feeling,
of-
George? Feeling sublime.
Oh. I'm
You've been
so
working
sorry.
on that one. You've been
Josh
thinking
Grobot
on that
is
all
here.
week, George.
Mr. Grobot, how are you this week?
Hell yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Josh,
That's classic.
you're on the show. How are you this week?
That's none of your business.
All right. Thanks, Josh.
Hangin' and bangin'.
Hanging.
Wait, I haven't heard that one before.
He rarely says that.
I've
Hanging and
never heard it
banging.
before. That's
And
amazing.
I like how it's hanging and banging.
Hanging and bang.
Well, I guess I'll take a moment to talk about this. The soundboard has been moved over to the new iPad.
Oh,
So
nice.
Mombrain's all set up. I worked in conjunction with her last night to make sure it was set up the way the way she wanted it. So it should be perfect from here on out.
Man, that's
I have
great.
spoken.
There you go.
Is it easier on the bigger iPad screen because you're using the mini, or is it?
Yes, and there was like lag on the old one, like because the sounds are categorized, and so I'd like go from one category to another, and there was like a lag, and by the time I got there, the moment was over, and So.
Know what I mean?
Hello,
It's way
Dre
better.
Gamer and Malakalo and Takamoto and Hailey and Tom and Retsuza and Guy Bones and Tentavision and Joe Shabadu and Anastasia Beaverhausen with a great entrance into the chat. And Mombrain, hi Mombrain, and Iced Dilbert
That was
and
going somewhere else.
I did too, actually.
Koopa Kid and Tanuki Tony and KC and Freddie Fro and the Keys Effect and Nico Darunia and Laxter and Solomester Link and whoever else I didn't see in there. Thanks for joining us. Yes, we are new on the new iPad. And yes, I went through all of your emails and posts on Patreon and all that, just as I said I would, and added new sounds to the soundboard. We're not going to run through all of them because they're all split up through different pages, but maybe you'll hear some from sometime. And yes,
amazing.
Our own personal favorites have also been added to the soundboard. So we'll get some of those, like you just heard. I don't believe it, which was a suggestion of someone because I say it all the time,
That's a
like
great
that.
one. Great suggestion.
Did someone go ahead.
Forgive me. Did you get rid of any?
No, there had the
All
only
Just
things I got
growing.
rid of were quieter duplicates of
Growing
ones we
and
have.
showing.
So the dad groan, which was very quiet before, it's because there were two of them. Now we have the louder dad groan. There you go.
Wow, nice. Yeah, the way it was meant to be heard.
So
I can feel it in my bones.
we
In my
fixed
plum.
the hey, what happened? Can you play the hey, what happened for me?
Hey, what happened?
As
What
it
was the problem with it before?
There were duplicates on there
This is
again, and
fine.
one of them had a little bit that wasn't cut out from the regular one, so that's fixed too.
Can you smell it?
We also had one that was Reggie, but I listed it as Sonic by accident,
Tires?
so that's been fixed.
What's wrong with you?
Mombrain, can you go to the Reggie page because all those were fixed
I
now
love
too?
that there's a Reggie page.
The game is fun.
My body is ready.
Is the game fun? The game is not fun.
That's not edited, right? Like,
that
that's-
is edited.
Oh, it is. Okay. I was gonna say.
It's not
Yeah.
fun.
So yeah, there's other new stuff in there, snuck in there. Somebody now, please forgive me. I don't remember everybody's names for. So yeah, there's other new stuff in there, snuck in there. Somebody now, please forgive me. I don't remember everybody's names for everyone that sent in stuff because there were tons of people. But somebody had the great. You got to go to them. The Mario page has amazing Mario.
Oh my god!
Oh my God!
Those are from the original. What is it? Mario Tennis, I think it is. Play Wario again.
Oh my God!
That's real.
Wow.
And then to think that it's
Wario.
Wario.
Now play Luigi because
Wario used to be an Italian grandfather.
Oh my god!
Wait, that's Luigi. I thought that was like Princess Peach
No,
or Daisy
Mom
or
Brain
something.
thought it sounded like Betty White. Play it
Rose.
again.
It's Rose.
Oh my god!
Man. Can you imagine Charles Martinet and Betty White voicing Mario and Luigi?
Baby, lock the door and turn the lights down low.
We also had some random song that was in the Dropbox, and I don't remember why, so we put it on here. It's from a game. It sounds like a Wario game to me, but we'll keep that on there. Hello, Burn and Cheese. So,
Oh, maybe that is for when you do your loot drop. That sounds like a loot
that's
drop.
why I said we'll keep it on there. Yeah, I don't have a loot drop this week. But
Did you
we'll
notice
keep
I
it
used the fade on that?
there. Yeah,
Oh,
we
you can
figured out how to
fade in
use.
and out now?
There's a button in the corner that
Is it?
lets you
Yeah.
do a fade at any point.
Man.
So
Nice.
you just
Very
hit it and it
professional, yeah.
fades.
This is awesome.
So
I want us to just spend all podcasts doing this.
somebody suggested the Wave Race announcer, which I forgot how amazing he was. There's one of them on the.
Is he in random?
It's on random. Yeah, I don't remember what he says though. Is one of them about a great show? And what is the other one? I mean, scan through the page, you'll see it. And if you see ones you don't recognize, just play them.
Seeing those.
Oh, I'm positive they're there because I put them on there. Just look for words you don't know. But anyway, he's on there. We got some Fresh Prince stuff on there.
Too soon.
That was a joke, man.
that is from Fresh Prince. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff on there. Thank you to everybody who sent that stuff.
Can you make
in.
me a sandwich?
And I didn't put that on there because I was thinking there was a whole bunch of suggestions for great ones that I just
you know what you should have
couldn't
put on there?
imagine when we could put on when we would use them.
Boomhauer. Your Jesus.
Well, hit me with the numbers, Mombrain. Alphabetical order.
Numbers.
I mean, we talk about sales numbers all the time, so
I
that,
guess we wouldn't
that
be
works.
talking
I thought-
that much about
Sandwiches
About sandwiches.
I thought
or
that was
chicken and
gonna be-
winnigish.
I thought that was going to be Bub Rub. Gotta keep Fell's numbers.
So again, thank you to everybody who sent stuff in. Hello, Steve Irwin, R.I.P. So yeah, there's other fun stuff sprinkled throughout there, and it's up to Mombrain to deliver it to us whenever she wants. And all it took was over 4 hours.
Did you see? Steve Irwin, R.I.P. just said that they
Listening
sent him the
live.
Oh my God clips.
Oh, they did. Well, well, thank you, Steve. They are fantastic. Oh my God.
Well, it was worth it. We appreciate all the hard
it
work.
took over 4 hours, and I knew it was going to be
Nice. Thanks for coming.
I don't think I put that one in there. I did. I understand. And
It's not gonna happen.
Oh, I love that.
What else did I put in there? Sure, why not? Sure, why not? Seems I didn't put that.
Sure, why not?
Did you get the very proud of you?
No, I forgot that one.
Man.
Well, now I have it all set up
Another
to do
4
it
hours. And you'll...
Yeah. So the thing is, I set up the iPad and then I got the app working, and then I had to bring all like 196 sound clips into the iPad.
I am impressed.
And they wouldn't work like they're supposed to work. So I had to do it a different way. And then I had to take them from files on the iPad into the app one by one.
Real grumpy.
I was very angry because it's so annoying.
It sounds annoying.
And then I organized them by categories, and then the random page is organized alphabetically because it's all random stuff. So that's an easier way
Imagine
to
how
find
long
it.
it would have taken if it wasn't a streamlined process for you.
It wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't at all.
What are you thinking?
There he is. That's Wave Race Guy.
Wow, it's very echoey.
What? That all of his voice
And
clips
also
have echoes on them.
condescending.
He's kind of a jerk in
Wave
some of them.
race.
So yeah, there you go.
Second place
Soundboard.
is first loser.
Your clips are in. I went on Patreon and snipped stuff from YouTube if you suggested it. As long as I found some sort of way for it to make sense on the soundboard, because there were clips I really wanted on there, but we would never use them. Like, for example, the beginning of the Power Rangers song where Rita Repulsa goes, "After 10,000 years, I'm free. I want to conquer Earth. Now it's time to conquer Earth," or whatever she says. I wanted to use that, but there's no place to use it. So
Right. We need space for things that we're always going to use, like Natalia the Sluice.
well, we talk about
Believe it or not,
Resident
we
Evil.
for some reason
We should use it
shoehorn
a
that
lot.
in all the time. I don't know
And
how.
Resident Evil is a game. We talk about that.
Or
DD Mega Doo
That
Doo.
gets a lot of use.
We play
Ooh,
that.
That's good.
I use that one a lot.
Yeah, we play DD Mega Doo Doo every time someone like slips up whatever they're
Yes.
I understand.
saying. Sure, why not?
So either we're making an excuse for the ones we use, or we should just throw everything on there. Maybe it'll get used at some point. I mean, poor Mom. Random applause to Mombrain. Random applause.
Oh,
Because she's going through almost 200, over 200 sound clips now to bring you the soundboard goodness. And obviously Josh is doing his own thing. So she's not contrling Josh.
Man, that's
Anyone that thinks that is
fantastic.
wrong, Josh is a robot and does his own thing.
Why would you say that?
I'm sorry, Josh. I misspoke. I apologize. All right, there's
Story
that.
was boring and dumb.
Next topic, I want to talk about something that was a requested feature for the podcast for a while now, and it is also now finally available thanks to a lovely team of people. The GoNintendo podcast will now have timestamps. We have timestamps for every episode going forward now. You can see the timestamps on YouTube for the most recent episode, but there will be audio version timestamps as well. So let me thank the people who are doing that. Donut Muffin, The Keys Effect, Luke Land, Giant Reggie, and Guy Bones will all be rotating between episodes to bring you the timestamp.
So, they listen and they give a time for what each news story or every joke that's said or comment.
They break it down by like segments, but also
Anytime-
like, so it's like show intro, Pokemon, and then for this one it'd be
Do Michael's
soundboard,
rant, things like that.
Anytime George speaks up,
I know they're not doing that.
Unless we have like a really big long conversation with George, which we should interview him one day.
So those are on YouTube, and you can just click on it. Well, this is the amazing part. I didn't know this. I knew
get
that.
him in the
Here's what we need.
get George in the limelight.
Oh,
That's what
that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Excuse me.
I think Raw Meat should record like once a month, like a thing called In the Limelight with George.
Beautiful.
I'm too busy. I got to get these limes somewhere.
It's a busy season for limes.
What was I going to say? Oh, so this is plenty of podcasts have timestamps on YouTube, and I had no idea how they worked. I was like, do I have to go in and snip each segment and put the stamp in? No. All you do is add it to the you add the times to your description on your YouTube video, and YouTube automatically does it for you. So that last episode is already split up where all the timestamps are. So that's pretty incredible.
It's really helpful. It's a cool little feature.
Kyle Lanquin says timestamp when Mr. Hill asks about something that has already been talked about. So which honestly works. If you don't want to listen to the full story, get the TLDR story or TLDR.
TLDL.
DD Mega
TLDL. Too long didn't listen.
Thank you to everybody who did that. I really appreciate it. And they're going to be handling that going forward. So look forward to that. If you're someone who likes to skip around for only segments you want to hear, because I know there's people out there like that.
May the rats eat your eyes!
You shouldn't be skipping around. You got to listen to the whole thing.
Yeah. You might miss something that George says.
Speaking of, oh gosh, man,
what just scared you?
A cat rubbing against my leg.
That's pretty
Here
scary.
it comes again.
Fatality.
All this stuff on the soundboard. Is the music intro on there?
Is the music intro in there?
The what?
Music intro.
I got music. You want to hear it? You want to hear it? Oh.
It just fades it out.
Oh, throughout the whole clip. It doesn't-
No. It'll do like a 5-second fade. It's just that's a short clip, so there's not
Whenever
much
you
work.
hit
with.
it,
That's when it starts to fade. Yeah. Yes. I was going to pull it from an old episode, but Mombrain found it in her Google Drive and got it.
Hey,
so-
now.
Nice. Yeah, you got to save that.
So we got it. It's back. All right. That's that. That's it. I have one other thing.
It's not even
Faithful GoNintendo podcast listener Elfman reached out to me, and they informed me of something.
Your fly is down.
My fly is down. And let me play it for you.
You don't even have a
So I was in a grocery market yesterday doing my food stuff shopping myself, and I swung by the produce aisle for some fresh figs. Finding none, I asked the grocery clerk for assistance, but he informed me that fresh figs are a late fall fruit, and they don't carry any because they are out of season. Needless to say, I don't believe it. And spit on the man and ran out of the establishment. And I encourage you all to do the same. And you know why? Because seasonal foods are bull.
That's right.
Tell that to nature and the trees that are growing them. Like, seriously.
That's right. That's right.
The trees aren't growing figs. Where are you going to get the
The
figs?
movement is growing. I'm
Oh,
sure Seth
yeah.
Meyers listened to this show and was like, you know what? They're right on that GoNintendo podcast where they talk about seasonal foods. I was so happy to hear that.
You know
'cause
what?
It is a
I
topic.
want more snowmen in the summertime. You can't get it because the summer is hot. Same thing with figs. They don't grow when they don't grow.
You don't think they can grow figs inside of buildings?
Don't confuse
Climate control buildings,
nature
really?
like that.
Sure, why not?
That's why you get these crazy storms. Nature's confused.
Listen, Seth Meyers has the appropriate level of anger about this topic, and it needs to get
That is not
spread around more. I don't get why more people aren't upset. So thank you, Elfman, for pointing out to me that someone high up in the Hollywood food chain is angry
Seth
about
Meyers.
seasonal foods.
Yeah, well, guess what? Seth Meyers is out of season in that food chain. Am I
Oh.
right? I don't even know what that means,
I
but
don't know.
well, you're
I thought
talking
his
about food. He's seasonal food.
I thought his show.
And might I
How about
add,
that? That's how we'll say it. I wanted to watch Seth Meyers in the afternoon, but he's out of season. He's only in late night food.
Oh, really? Because I believe there's on demand and recordings and YouTube, so you could get Seth Meyers whenever you want.
Yeah.
just like you should be able to get
Artificial Seth Meyers. It's not the real one because you're getting it from somewhere else.
Oh my god!
It's a copy. You don't get.
It's not a copy.
can't-
It's the real man.
You can't watch tonight's episode now. You got to wait till tomorrow, right?
That
so
is true.
the figs that he wants, you can't. Back to the
He's
Future
really
them.
going for it on this.
Yeah, but
No,
you
I
know what
just
you
don't-
can
I don't
do?
know
You can
good
go
words.
still enjoy plenty of other Seth Meyers while you wait for the new Seth Meyers.
And if you want to try to transport figs, like these things,
Moving on.
of this big conversation.
you can't just like unless you dry them out, or like you can't just transport those and they'll still be good after a 48-hour trip.
I know being devil's advocate or playing devil's
not-
advocate
no.
is your thing.
We're
but-
talking figs, man. And I'm not a fig aficionado, but but I do have a fig tree. I have a couple, and I know. Oh, they're not ripe. They're not ready yet. They're not ready yet. They're not ready yet. And then they're ready. And then like a couple days later, they're not ready yet. And they're
not
already
ready.
ruined.
They're ready. Okay, good. Glad that wait's over.
That story was boring and
Josh, what do you think about seasonal foods? I don't know. I don't even know if you eat, but how do you feel about them?
I'm a party animal.
All right. So you're saying you eat anything?
Figs is a party fruit, I think.
He only eats pizza and
When
pizza-based
Josh
products.
goes to a party, he's like, "Where are the figs?"
Fancy
Yes,
parties.
I really did.
But
Those
that means
fancy
he only
parties.
parties certain parts of the year, I guess.
You guys having a party, or are you having a fancy fig party? All right.
So let
None
me
of
ask.
your business.
Let me ask you this, RMC. So you're against all this seasonal stuff. Why, when we're playing Fortnite, do I have to conform to your Easter Bunny theme? Because with the rest of the group, why can't I be my little whip ice cream?
You know, you would think literally the only person in the group who said "Let Dew be the ice cream" wouldn't be asked this question, but here we are.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you say that.
I
thought you were
said,
part of
I
the mob.
specifically said ice cream is any season when this first came
Okay,
up.
well, thank you for saying that.
Oh,
Forgive me for not hearing that. All I heard.
Do you think
was
I
the
want to
angry
see
mob?
you as
All I
a
saw
chicken?
was the pitchforks.
I want to see
I
you
wouldn't
as
have a
a whip.
problem.
I want to see you as who you really are.
Well, I want you to make that maybe voice that a little louder next time because
Well, I mean, next time we play, Easter's over, so you don't have to be the chicken anymore.
how convenient, ladies
Well,
and gentlemen.
maybe you play tonight.
It's not gonna play. You want to play tonight?
If you want to,
I'll play. Yeah,
Well,
I'll
there you go.
definitely play.
I will not be home this evening
I
because I was invited to a Passover Seder.
I don't know.
Ooh.
I think Fortnite sounds more fun.
Satan's having Passover now. Sorry, I don't know.
No, Seder,
Oh,
not
okay.
Satan.
All right, let's do some news, Mombrain. Can you hit me with that news jingle, please? How's that new soundboard working out for you? Good? Yeah. You know,
Oh my god!
It's working out really good.
Oh my gosh! Wait, you
Miss
can,
White, please.
can you stack them? If
You
hit
can play
one,
multiple clips.
It
Yeah.
doesn't cancel the other one.
No,
out.
they stack. Yeah.
Oh, Nikki's gonna.
Why? What do you think?
Oh my god!
There you go. All right, guys. Can I get a
Imagine
drum
the
roll, please,
possibilities.
Mombrain? That should be in the music and sounds.
it is. I just had gone over to a different one.
Oh my God! You're in. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is now the movie with the video game movie with the
movie.
best opening of all time.
Hey,
The Saga?
Congratulations.
Screen?
What? What?
What?
Huh?
The intro to
What?
the movie. The open. That's what
Wow, that's a hell.
That's not a stretch.
And
What-
also,
Might I?
What do you call the beginning when they show the credits? The opening credits, right?
yeah.
Cut me some slack.
Josh, should we cut Nick? Never
meow.
mind. All right. So anyway, the movies opening, as in when it opened in
Sounds like plenty of
theaters.
people care about Sonic.
This bodes real well for the Sonic cinematic universe that we're all excited for.
The movie took in roughly 71 million domestically in its opening weekend, and that makes it the highest grossing opening weekend for a video game movie ever.
Those 71 million.
Fatality.
71 million. Is that what you said?
That's what I said.
Those are dollars, right? Not rings.
Schmeckles.
Right,
That was pretty good.
I don't know what the ring to dollar conversion is, but yeah, I'm pretty sure people were paying in dollars for that. So there you go, a new record holder. So will the Mario Brothers movie beat that? I don't know.
I'm gonna say-
Numbers.
I bet you it will.
I'm
I'm
you
calling
know,
it now.
because of it being like an animated movie like that rather than live action animated hybrid, I'm thinking it'll do better. But we'll find out together.
Did you notice that it came out the week before a holiday that has that? This is really hard to get.
Kurt Dog,
If
excellent.
you don't get it, how are we gonna get it?
Yeah, right. Hi, Colma.
It came out the week before Easter, and James, what's his name?
James
Marsden.
Patterson?
Marsden.
Yeah.
Did
Westworld.
what did he? Was it the movie Hop
James White.
with him where he plays?
We don't need to talk about Hop at all
But
on
he-
this
he-
podcast.
he play-
I know
he-
We
why.
don't
acts
need to talk about
across
Hop on this
from a
podcast.
digitally. Sorry.
I'm making the throat slashing motion. Are you okay?
Yeah, because that is. Never mind. I'm not even going to say that. YouTube will give me a strike.
I'll ask you guys after the podcast because I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Hop has James Corden in it.
Oh, does he?
okay.
No.
I thought it was like some
Yeah.
porn or something.
Oh, wait. Is he Peter Cottontail?
Close your eyes!
Peter
No.
Rabbit?
No,
Okay,
that's
never
good.
mind. We'll talk
No,
about Hop.
Hop is
Hop another guy that you hate.
yeah.
Who's
No.
in Hop?
Does he
Russell
hate-
Brand.
You hate Russell Brand?
Why are they doing this to these poor bunnies?
Oh my
You're
god.
thinking Cats has James Corden.
No, he's in a bunny movie too.
Yeah, he's also in the Peter Rabbit movie, right?
I don't know, I
Isn't
haven't
that
seen
why
it.
you? that's
Yes,
why
he
you said
does
you
the
didn't wanna
voice
see
of
it?
some bunny. I got my bunnies screwed up.
Okay,
I
okay.
apologize. It's the other
Bugs.
asshole that's
Some
in the
Bugs
other
Bunny.
rabbit
He's
movie.
the new voice of Bugs Bunny.
You know who does the voice of Bugs Bunny in the new Space Jam? Marky Mark. Can you believe it? Another one that I hate.
Really? Is that true? I was gonna say
That
that
would
sounds
be funny.
insane.
Hey, that was my dude's
No,
rumor
ma'am.
of the week.
No.
But that one was true.
Yeah, I believe that. Now I know how you guys feel.
That's all it took.
That's
a little
that
bit of
was on
conviction.
Clickhole. That article was on Clickhole.
First comment comes from Donut Muffin, and they say that is a surprise considering such classics as Super Mario Brothers, Doom, and Blood Rain.
I mean, those
Makes
are
a great
Those
point.
are some choice examples.
What's
yeah.
up?
Thought I heard the cat puking.
Oh man, I had a point I was gonna make, and then you did that. Now it's gone. Oh, he's puking.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
puking
where
good.
is he?
On
Hopefully
your,
on
On
the
your
bed.
jacket, I think.
yeah, definitely.
My
Here's
shoes.
an amazing. I don't think I made this a top
Does
story
he
because
throw
it's
up
not
in
related
shoes yet?
to Nintendo.
No.
This is a real fact. I checked out the details myself because it seems so unbelievable.
Don't
to
mind
me.
if you do.
This is
Yeah, you didn't trust
the-
me with this.
This is the biggest opening ever for Jim Carrey. He has never had a movie that made this
Outstanding.
much money domestically
I was gonna say, I
in
think-
its opening
It's
weekend.
because he made that. It's because he told everyone it's his last movie, so everyone wants to see it.
I think he said that after it was out. I could be wrong,
I
but
was gonna
I'm
say,
just kidding.
I thought it was a bigger opening when he sang from his butthole in Ace Ventura.
Rami, there's a little question
Wow,
from
what a
Ice
hole.
Dilbert for you. I'm just gonna go.
did
check
the
it.
400-pound TV get moved off the towel? Well, as you can see, if you're watching, the towel is now hanging on the door in here. And how's your seat?
Free and breezy.
The TV is gone. It was moved like an hour after the podcast last week. It's
It was quite
in
an
its new home
undertaking.
downstairs. Oh, great, Colma. That's a great gift.
Yeah, for
So
those of you who are following the Towel TV saga from last week,
it's over.
It's
We're-
all-
we're in the epilogue.
It's over. You know, the physical part is over, but the mental part might be sticking around for
Yeah,
some of the
some
people
scars never
involved.
heal.
Thank you, Ice Dilbert, for bringing this up. So yeah, the biggest movie opening for Jim Carrey ever. I can't believe that.
Oh, for
Even
Jim
bigger than
Carrey.
Batman?
How did I not hear that part?
I mean-
Forever?
That was that. I mean, that was like
Believe
the
it or
most
not.
successful Batman movie for a while.
And it was bigger than the number 3. Was that the name of the movie? Never mind.
Number 3.
Number 27. Is that
Number
what it was?
27?
Something like
Is that what it is?
I don't even know
Number
what you're
23?
talking about.
It was a bad joke. The joke wouldn't have been good even if I had the name of the movie right.
That's
But
a Jim Carrey movie, right?
yeah.
I forgot
Bigger than
all
the
about it.
Truman Show. What else has he been in? Let's just have this as Jim
Yeah,
Carrey
let's,
podcast.
Bigger than Earth Girls Are Easy.
Bigger than Once Bitten.
Batman and Robin
Once
in its
Bitten.
opening weekend in North America made 42 million, not 71. Adjusted for inflation.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what? Numbers.
numbers.
I don't know where anything.
Mombrain's gone. Oh yeah, you're on top of it now.
I don't know nothing.
You know, if we pretended that this year was this year, then everything would be bigger than everything else. But you know, we're not doing that. Thank you. All right, there
How do
you go.
even find numbers?
Sounds like you really want this to be true.
It is true. I researched it.
was true.
Because when I read it, I was like, well, no, that can't be true. The man's done movies.
Batman Forever.
Dumb and Dumber 2, whatever it was called.
Oh yeah, that was a big one.
All right, moving on. This is a great story. The man actually responsible for changing Rockman's name to Mega Man has explained why he did it, but he's also the man who commissioned the original cover art for Mega Man on the NES. That horrible cover.
That was a joke, man.
If you remember. There it is.
do.
I'll show it on
Looks
camera
good.
real quick. There's the original cover.
It's like what 3D World Runner plays like.
So, the man's name is Joe Morici. He is the former Capcom USA senior VP. He's the one that made the call to change Rockman's name into Mega Man for the European and North American releases. And he said, Rockman came over and I thought, Rockman doesn't make any sense to me. I knew the characters were based on rock musicians and stuff, but I thought, let's just change the name. At that point, Capcom Japan trusted me to do the right thing for the US market, so I changed the name to Mega Man. It really wasn't this long, drawn-out discussion with everybody in the office. I just said, yeah, let's change it. So we did. I don't know why people get so upset about it. It just made sense to me. There wasn't a lot of thought to it. I was like, the name Mega Man, it's big, grandiose. He's like, I don't understand why people are so upset. It was a spur of the moment change. I didn't care about the original name. I understood where it came from, and I was like, let's change it.
I'm sorry.
I like Mega Man better as a name.
I'm
but-
completely ignorant to this, so can you fill me in on all of the people's names in the original Rockman and how they relate to rock music?
No, because I don't know their Japanese names.
So they renamed everybody.
As far as I know, yeah.
What are the original villains and stuff in that?
Guts Man,
Cut Man.
Cut Man, and
Who's the fire guy?
Ice Man.
Yeah.
No,
Man, right?
Is it Heat Man? No, is he in
Heatman's in
2?
2.
Oh yeah.
So it's probably something
Isn't
stupid
there,
like Fire Man.
Frog Man.
Good news. It was on the basement step.
Oh.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
He
Oh,
wanted
man,
you
could
to
you imagine
catch you
moving that
going down
TV
the
down
stairs.
there?
we
man.
dodged a
He
bullet
has
here.
done that. I've like gone, not known there was barf there and gone down the stairs.
But that music tradition continued with the Mega Man X series as well, where a whole bunch of X characters were specifically named after members of rock bands, not specific
Members,
bands. But yes,
not like
that's a
members.
good question.
Members.
Just like the
Yeah.
Only
Koopa
Mega Man
Kids.
thing I
Just
have.
like the Koopa
That's
Kids.
what I
He's
was
right.
thinking of. Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, they changed that because he just didn't like
What are
it.
the
He got
Koopa
it, but he
Kids'
didn't like
names?
it. But more, what?
What are the Koopa kids' names? Bowie.
Bowie,
Iggy, Roy.
Wham,
Lemmy.
There's a
Simon and
Ludwig,
Garfunkel. They're the
Stevie
duo.
Wonder,
Wendy O.
Wendy O. Williams.
Yeah. From the band,
Tupac.
the Plasmatics or something.
Tupac Koopa.
50 Cent.
Tupa Koopa.
Slick Rick
Oh
Koopa.
my God, Tupa Koopa. That is hard to say.
Tupa Koopa.
All right. But more importantly, he talked about how the hell that original cover came to be. He says, if you remember the first Mega Man games box, it looked like hell. The reason it was so bad was because we had literally 24 hours to turn it around. Nintendo said, quote, we need your artwork by tomorrow, end quote. Somebody worked all night to come up with this garbage looking box, and then we released it because we had no choice. The first Mega Man did okay. Then subsequent Mega Man games continue to do better and better and better. So he's saying, don't blame me, blame Nintendo. They said they needed artwork. I feel like you could get better artwork in 24 hours than that. Though.
It's crazy to me what how much work goes into every other aspect of this game, and then they're like, "Oh my god, we need to cover 24 hours. Like, let's do this." And then I need to see that cover again. But for Mega Man 2, they gave Mega Man a pistol. Like who is
Mega Man 2? The quality of the art Mega Man 2 is a million times better. But as far as making sense for Mega Man, I think it makes less sense.
Yeah, it's kind of like with fantasy novels. It like the artwork is always so weird and not anything to do with the books. And it's the same here. It's like no one consulted with this artist at all about this.
It looks like it was drawn by like his 4-year-old son or something.
I thought there was a story about him like admitting to making it himself. Oh, I was thinking of the first one. Sorry.
Oh yeah. He wanted to see the second one again, right? You said you'd have to see it again, but
I'd have to see the first one again because I'm familiar with the second one more.
Well, I mean, you just have the artwork of
like
Mega Man on the first
even
one.
there, he's holding a pistol. Like, what
this is a pose that a human cannot make. He's so weird.
I never noticed. I never noticed until looking at it now how baggy his sleeves are.
They are very baggy.
Wizard sleeves, if you will.
Roller derby or
shining wizard
or
something. So there you go.
Bulging muscles.
That's what it is. Yeah, bulge. They're more like rippling muscles. So there you go.
He's a Mega Man.
More super fighting
hard
robot.
As a man.
So now you have more insight than ever into how that came to be. Here's an idea. 24 hours before, Nintendo's like, hey, we need a cover for this game. You got 24 hours. And the guy should have been like, oh, God, I don't know. Let's use the artwork from the Japanese cover. How about that? Official artwork from Capcom. But no, instead he's like, let's get this 4-year-old who's never drawn a picture in her life to do this.
Hey,
don't want to do it
not
for
just
Americans.
insult a person. They worked hard on this.
What are you thinking?
I'm not willing to say they worked hard. I am willing to say they worked.
I wouldn't call them a 4-year-old.
They worked on it, is what I'll say.
Yeah, they worked within their time frame.
Look, we've all been there, like you gotta fart something out and there's just nothing else you can do.
And when you go to fart something out,
you're gonna fart out this, Mombrain.
I've
farted out worse.
I also didn't realize before how crooked his helmet is too.
Everything's wrong. Yes, it's not even that the artwork is just rushed artwork. It's also like the guy in the artwork was rushed as well.
It's like
oh crap, something's going down. I gotta get my helmet.
It's like Mega Man had to go out and
where's
fight
my
all
mega
these robots,
pistol?
and he put on his older brother's suit, and he's like, "Oh man,
I haven't had time to tailor this yet." Hawk says,
"Oh, go ahead."
Hawk says, "I prefer the name Mega Man. Rockman is just weird. The character doesn't perform rock music, and it could also make you think he has the powers of a rock. That cover, on the other hand, it's hard to love anything other. It's hard to love in anything other than an ironic way." I agree with that. Yes, the powers of rock.
So
I mean, like, there's Hard Man, and even as a kid, I was
the
like,
powers of hard,
Man, right?
Cementos.
Go. Cementos comes up so much on this podcast,
That's
and
true.
it makes me very happy. Yes, Mombrain, go ahead.
So I was going to say
It's not correct.
that they were trying to make the point of you can't judge a book by its cover. But then as I thought about that for 3 seconds, it occurred to me
It
that
was a video game.
So but when that game came out, people didn't know a whole, there wasn't a lot of hype around games, right? So if you went to, I picture me going to Toys R Us and it was there were the pictures of the games, but there wasn't any so I wonder if if you got Nintendo Power or whatever, you got information, but otherwise you're not getting a lot of information about what games are coming out. So it makes me wonder if the cover of that game, in the beginning, didn't help it sell. Now we know Mega Man, is great and it's a big deal. But at the time you wonder, did people look at that and go, I am not playing that game? Or did they think to themselves, like, well, you know that the cover is not representative of the game at the time, right? Because it
Yes.
was like this like
At all.
picture and we're looking at like sprites.
You
So
know,
it
I
makes me
understand
wonder,
there's like artistic license with representing video games, especially back then. So yeah, things might not line up perfectly, but the Mega Man art is so far from what actually is going on in Mega Man. But yeah, back in the day, that's how, like, you have to remember Nintendo Power didn't come around for a few years after the NES was out. So the majority of
all you had to go
kids
by was the
were
cover
looking
art.
at covers. I remember being in Toys R
Yeah.
Us too, and look, they had the giant flip wall with the pieces of paper that you
Yeah,
pulled
you
out.
took the slip
and I
over
would
the
look at
cage.
this, like the plastic cover that they had, and flip it over and look at the back, and I'd be like, I don't know what to get. But
Till the
that's how you
day I
base stuff.
die, and I imagine that we all kind of share this experience,
is
but
real,
till the
by the way.
day I die, if I'm like really like having a moment or I'm like real stressed out or I'm like I need like a little comfort, I picture myself at Toys R Us. Like I can smell it, I can see it, I can feel the feeling of like being brought to Toys R Us for the sole purpose of picking out a toy. I can also feel the experience of being brought to Toys R Us and my mother saying, "We are here to pick out a toy for Missy for her birthday. You're not getting anything, so don't ask." And I'm sure she said it nicer, but like, I'm sure we've all had that.
We've all been to Toys R Us where our parents were like, you're not getting anything."
Yeah, but your parents never stuck to their guns if you were cute enough.
100%. 100%.
They
I
did
have been
stick
to
to their
Toys R Us
guns?
many times without getting anything. Yes, we were going for presents for family, and I didn't get anything.
Because I could see your mom being like,
it'd be like,
so
I'll get you a
easily
piece-
persuaded
no.
by you
It's
being
like,
so
I'll get
sweet.
you a piece of candy at
Rummy-
the counter or something. But
Rummy,
piece
what
of
about your
candy.
sister though? Did she ever get?
She got everything, yes.
Of course.
My parents during the same trip would say, "You aren't getting anything," and then turn to my sister and say, "You are getting twice of what you want." So,
You underestimate the power of the dark side.
Yeah, I think I remember doing that too. But did your parents ever put you in handcuffs when you did that? I would just get escorted, so I didn't touch any of the merch.
Nicky Hill had to be.
And might I add,
Can I just wanted to call attention. Is this the actual like box? Is this what this image would have been? Where it says state of the art and it would have said high resolution graphics?
yeah, they said that. Yeah,
And
that's real.
Did you see in the bottom
Well, it's not
corner
the same as high definition.
how revolutionary this was? 1 megabyte or megabit of memory.
You know, I was just looking at this stuff because
Mega doo-doo.
like
Wow.
advertising for games back in the Super Nintendo and Genesis days had that in their print ads and on their boxes where it was like 8 megabit cartridge, and like that used to be like a bragging point. Be like, well, look at how big this cartridge is. The game is humongous.
I mean, up until
Stupid
recently, it
crap.
still was the amount of bytes you could fit in
You're so stupid.
the game, right?
What a scam.
Well, now they changed it to ray tracing
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
or whatever else the buzzwords are.
Ray tracing. It's the new
Blast
processing.
processing.
Yep, it's true. All right, let's move on. Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga is killing it, especially over in the UK. We have the top 10 software sales for the UK, and Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga has managed to bump Kirby out of first place. Kirby moved down to second, and Lego Star Wars is in first. It now has the biggest launch of any Lego game in history in the UK. Beating the previous winner by a whopping 8.4%. And remember, this is only boxed sales. Would anyone care to guess what the previous best-selling Lego game in the UK was? Lego video game, I should
Harry Potter?
specifically
Oh
say.
yeah, it's got to be
Good
Harry.
guess, but no.
That's what I was gonna say.
It is another franchise you are all very familiar with.
Lord of the
Oh,
Rings.
Lego.
Another good guess.
Lego
but no.
Batman.
Another good guess, but no.
Jurassic Park. Terrible
No.
guess.
Terrible, horrible,
Terrible
worst
guess,
guess
but
I've ever
no.
heard.
Lego.
Man, I can't believe I can't.
I see one in the chat that I think is probably it.
Lego. Man, if they ever did a Lego Pokemon, whoo.
What, the Lego Marvel?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
It is Lego Indiana Jones, believe it or
Really?
not. Yes, Lego Indiana Jones was the best
I
selling
don't
one
even remember that
so far.
being a thing.
So that's
it
been
came-
bumped down to number 2.
If you bought, I think it came with like the Wii U. You could get like that as a in-box game or something.
Thanks.
I don't
very
remember.
No.
I bought my Wii U way past Wii U's date, so it probably had something. Might
No,
have
I-
had like Wind Waker HD or something. With
It was before that. It was I think it was maybe Xbox 360 or something. It was a game that I got that I did not play, and I think I traded it in.
Oh. Now, if you're talking about all-time bestsellers, not just opening weekend for Lego games, number 1 right now is Lego Marvel Superheroes. Number 2 is Lego Batman, and number 3 is Lego Indiana Jones. So Lego Indiana Jones had the best opening weekend in the UK and is the 3rd best-selling overall. But yeah, with this great start, I mean, this sucker is going to beat it probably in a couple weeks and be the biggest Lego game of all time in the UK.
Until the new Indiana Jones comes out, and then we get to play as Lego Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh man, I didn't even think of that. I hope they do that game. Donut Muffin says, can't go a few swipes on TikTok without seeing people excitedly talking about this game. I usually wait for Lego games to go on sale, but I might just get this one when my partner and I finish Kirby. Holy Lord. Well, I'll talk about it later. I'll leave it until later, but it's a big game. Let's say that. Also, not specifically in the UK, but in the EU in general, we have news about Big Brain Academy, Brain versus Brain. So, Big Brain Academy, Brain versus Brain. If you've been paying attention to the sales charts around the world, you might have seen it pop up here and there, but it's never number 1. It's always, halfway down the chart or towards the bottom of the chart. But it's still charting. And it's a long tail seller. And here's where things get really interesting. In Europe, Big Brain Academy, Brain versus Brain has outsold games like Forza Horizon 5 and Grand Theft Auto the Trilogy, the definitive edition. So for being a long tail and sitting somewhere in the middle of the pack,
man with long tail.
Since launch, shows you just how much sales you can accrue in that time, which is crazy. Because if you gave anybody those 3 games, anybody would put Big Brain Academy on the bottom, but it's beating out those games.
Has it been proven, or hasn't it been proven that those games don't really help brain function as much as like they were advertised to?
Well, Big Brain Academy was not advertised for that. You're thinking of Brain Age.
Dr.
Kawashima.
Speaking of brains, I would just like to make a note for the record that I saw the neurologist yesterday post MRI, and he informed me that I have, and I quote, a perfect brain.
So,
and I asked him,
dominant super thinker.
Thank you. I asked him,
dominant
if
super taster
there
and
was
a dominant brain.
If there was a sticker for
She got
that.
the big brain on Mombrain.
And he said no.
That's why she's the mom brain.
That's right. But my brain is perfect. I mean, like the anatomy of it is perfect. I'm not sure the chemicals are there, but the anatomy of it is absolutely perfect.
Brain
You asked
So
for
you're
a
saying you have a
sticker?
real sexy brain.
I did ask for a sticker that said that.
And the doctor's like,
Let
no,
me
I
check
don't give
this
you one,
chart
but I'm
again.
sure you can figure it out, big brain.
He just
Smarty pants.
Why don't you make your own stickers, Smarty?
also for the record, he's my second favorite doctor of all time. He's great. Also, I'd like for the record to state that Mommy is in the chat and she says, Mom Brain is correct. We were pushovers for both kids at Toys R Us. You know why you were pushovers for both kids at Toys R Us, Mommy? Because you had the effing cutest children that have ever existed on the planet. And if I ever have one regret that I am decidedly child-free for life, it's that I know that Rami's children would be so freaking adorable, the world would explode.
Come out full beard, I think.
That's how they pull it out. right?
Nintendo and Rami were no joke the most adorable, like in pictures.
some would
Obviously, I
say
didn't know them in person.
The most adorable adults. As
Well, you're both
Say it.
absolutely adorable
Absol.
adults,
Oh,
but
put that on the soundboard.
look,
Absol.
Mommy and Raw Dad made absolutely beautiful children.
Hey, you're not doing your job here. I got this guy wiggling around my legs. Squirt Nicky Hill and get him out of here.
He shouldn't be.
He's looking to jump up in my lap.
I would also like to
Kuma,
call,
yeah, you got an adorable kid. Absolutely.
I also just want to comment and say that was Mom Brain's second favorite doctor, but would have been first had there been stickers.
It's
No,
true,
no,
yes.
no. My
He's gonna
therapist
jump on the
is my
table.
favorite
He's going to
doctor.
jump on the table. All right. First comment comes from Captain Colon. And they say, it's good that it's selling well, but I wonder how many people will still be playing this after the first few weeks. I had only bought this when Best Buy had it on sale for $15 less than a month after it released. I bought it specifically to play against the ghosts of people on my friends list. But none have played it since late January, so there just wasn't much replay value for me because it's clear the multiplayer was a big selling point for this game, and I'm not interested in playing it solo. I know, of course, there is the option to play against ghosts of random people worldwide, but I don't know them, so I can't brag to them if I beat them. Well, I swear to God, if this cat jumps up on the computer and kills the show, give it to me. Now I gotta.
I can't see him from where I am, so he can't.
Dude, you
see
gotta
the...
get out of here.
Thank you. Oh, I hope you really got that groan.
There's a soundboard clip. All right, moving on. There's a rumor of Bandai Namco and Nintendo working on some sort of remake or remaster of a 3D action title.
Did you just beef in the podcast room?
This came from Bandai Namco's studio
Windows open
career page.
It was George.
This page has job listings on it, and the job listings refer to a project between the two companies that is a 3D action game that appears to be getting remastered or remade. So the question is, let's say this is true and Nintendo's working to remaster or remake some sort of 3D action game. The question is, what game would it be? And everybody's focusing on Kid Icarus Uprising, which seems like the perfect title to do this for, because people have been clamoring for a remake of this. And having it on the Switch would make perfect sense because the Switch is a portable and it was on the 3DS, so that works out well. But being able to play it on the TV would make a lot of sense, and they could do all sorts of control schemes differently too, which is what I would like to most see for the game. So yeah, that game was fantastic.
Yeah, that
so
was
I would
really
love to see
the
a
only
remake.
somewhat negative thing about it was getting used to those controls.
The controls were tough, definitely. And I played the game start to finish, and I really loved it, but the controls never felt like really good. They were trouble.
And I remember like there was not a lot, but a couple of like platforming areas. I think that's when it was like the hardest.
Yes. So with some, I know if they bring it to Switch, they're gonna add in some different control schemes or tweak the one that's there without a doubt, because that's been the biggest request by far. So
Kid Icarus?
Kid Icarus Uprising.
Kid Ridiculous.
Yeah. That was on, I'm sorry,
3DS.
3DS.
Hi, you just joining the show? Yeah, Kid Icarus
Tune out for a
Uprising on the
second.
3DS.
Somebody timestamp that. Is that what I sound like?
We're waiting on you. You stopped us.
No, the controls for that were motion based or something, though, right? Or
No,
was it that
incorrect.
it was 3D or something?
Not-
Something
not
about the
wrong.
controls. I
Touch
remember
screen. They were touch screen.
all of them.
Kirby was a
That is
combination
not
of
correct.
joystick, pseudo joystick controls and
There was-
touchscreen controls, right?
Oh,
You would maneuver
Oh,
your
I
character
remember-
with the joystick or the circle pad, whatever they called it, and you aimed with the stylus.
And the game was included with a stand.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Because it was, I remember you being like pretty much just suggesting to me, like, you're probably not going to like the controls or like the way it works.
Yeah, it seems like this needs to be remade for sure.
Yeah.
Which
Excellent
is
game.
Why I agree.
Cumbersome
Yeah,
controls.
this is like
too.
a great opportunity to expose the game to a new audience.
Yeah, this is just speculation that
Didn't give it
that's
a
what they're
chance the
doing.
first time.
But I'm trying to think of another 3D action title that Nintendo
It's
would
probably-
remake and work with Bandai Namco on. I can't. It doesn't make any
Eternal
sense.
Darkness.
Because Bandai Namco works on Smash Brothers, which was from Sakurai, and Sakurai also did Kid Icarus Uprising. So I don't know. Makes sense to me.
Bandai Namco is Pac-Man, right?
Bandai Namco is
Pac-Man-
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man-
We need another
Pac-Man had a
Pac-Man,
3D game. didn't
Yes,
it?
but Nintendo wasn't involved
Hold
with that.
on a second. Wait a second. Bandai Namco could do a 3D game with a round character, and Nintendo couldn't do that with Kirby for 20 years?
Well, what did they do with Pac-Man?
What?
Ran
ruined
into
it?
They
the ground.
elongated his arms and legs, didn't they?
I don't know. I haven't played
Not
it. but-
Pac-Man had arms and legs before for other like side-scrolling games, but those were brought into 3D World. Yeah, in Pac-Man 3D World, he's not rolling around; he's running around on legs.
What about
Run around.
Marvel?
And oddly enough, he's
Marvel
got a
Madness.
completely
That was-
visible,
that was rolling.
realistic penis as well. I don't know why
I'm
they
sorry,
gave
what?
that. To
So you can tell that it was
Oh my
Pac-Man
God.
and not Miss Pac-Man.
I would
His
like
Pac-Man
to make it known that there are women with penises, so it
Pac-Man.
could be
Packing Man,
Could
Packing
be.
Heat Man.
right.
And there's a whole
Let's be
big thing about
inclusive.
Miss
That's
Pac-Man right now because Miss Pac-Man is the rights of some other company. And there's a game that came out on the Switch that's an Arcade Archives game that has Pac-Man in it, but Miss Pac-Man is in the original, but they had to take her out and they just made some new female Pac lady. I forget. Her name is Pac Mom. That's what it is.
Is she? Oh, I thought somebody was I thought Tentavision was joking
No,
when
it's
they said,
Pac Mom.
"Is she Miss MISS or is she Ms. MS?
It's just
MS.
MS usually. Right?
Ms. Pac-Man?
Yes.
So we don't know what her status.
I
is
have to
then?
admit,
She's
I'm not
widowed.
super.
Ooh.
I
I mean, I go by Ms.
super deep into the Pac-Man lore, so I don't know what
Ms.
the
Brain.
storyline is.
Wow, I
right.
never realized too. Pac-Man's
Miss Perfect
eyes
Brain.
That's right.
are
Have a
like
slit?
two Pac-Mans back to
Right.
back.
That's right. Design within a design. You got it.
'Cause I
Paying
was
tribute
looking-
to himself.
Because I was looking at it and I was like, I hate that the eyes are going opposite like
the eyes
that,
are like
but-
black men because they're black instead of yellow. Not black men, black man, like Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
Never mind.
Sure.
Did you know that the
I'm very
original
confused.
title of Pac-Man was called Puck-Man?
Oh,
I have
was
heard
gonna
that.
Say that. You're
And
right.
the reason they switched it was not because of what John Hibachi said about Rockman and Mega Man earlier.
John
it's-
Hibachi.
It's because they didn't want people to defile the arcade games and
Anymore. Yeah, people were doing it.
Yeah, they were
changing
vandalizing
the P
the
into an F
machines.
to make it F man.
I believe that's mentioned in like
Wait a
Scott
minute, wait a
Pilgrim
minute.
versus the World or something.
Pac-Man changing it to an F makes it F-Man? I don't get it.
I'll show you. We'll go to an arcade and I'll show you.
Man.
a D turns into a B so easily. You just got greedy.
So there you go. We think it's Kid Icarus
Pac-Man,
Uprising, and
sorry,
so does the
Puck-Man.
rest of the internet. Here's what the comments say. Showley says, RMC said it the other day. They're remaking Metroid Other M. I don't think it was a bad game by any means. I liked it. But it could be improved greatly with some simple changes, man. If it was Metroid Other M, fans would lose
Well, that's
their
another game that could
shovel.
benefit from like better controls, in my opinion.
Yeah, but controls weren't the main issue people had.
No,
with the
I
game.
mean
It
there were
was,
lots of
remember
other
me?
issues.
The way it ruined Samus.
But I was
yes.
going to say regarding Kid Icarus, that game also had like really good music.
Yeah, it's a great
Like
game
even
all
during like the
around.
menus it was great.
Oh man.
Oh, did
that-
it sound like this?
No, that's not Kid Icarus.
I mean,
Man,
that's
that
pretty
trailer-
good, but
That debut trailer for Kid Icarus Uprising, thank you, was amazing.
I was speeding.
Where
yeah, that was a
where
favorite.
Pitt flies in before we knew it was Kid Icarus, so you see him fly in, and he's like, "Sorry to keep you waiting," and the press crowd was like, "Yeah," myself as well.
waiting, huh?
But then, like, he's like fighting the big dog, and he's like, "Bark like a dog," and like smacking it in the face. Man, that trailer's so cool.
Kitty got wet.
What a great trailer! What a great trailer.
Meow.
What time are we at here? 55? All right, I could squeeze in one more. Pokemon, can I get a drum roll, please, Mombrain? Pokemon Unite has surpassed 70 million downloads. 70 million. It's free to play, so that obviously helps. But 70 million people have downloaded a game on mobile devices and Switch.
It's free.
It's free, yeah. So if you haven't gotten it, you can get on there right now and grab it and try it out. It's what is it? What do they call it? A MOBA. It's a MOBA. Not usually. I don't know that I've ever played one. I'm sure I have.
A MOBA?
What?
You never played a MOBA?
Mobin.
A MOBA.
Mobin.
Oh, even better.
My mom's
Yeah, a
playing
MOBA. I've never played a MOBA.
I don't think
You want to play the guessing game of what MOBA stands
Massive
for?
online Blair.
Mm.
Awesome.
I know this. It's a massive online battle arena.
You got it.
Oh.
Yes.
I just
you
saw.
got it.
I just
Way
saw
off.
something on Netflix about
It's like League of Legends and stuff like that.
esports.
There
It's
you go.
online Blair. Awesome.
Like, oh, online. Well, you're saying Blair?
Massive online Blair. Awesome.
Oh my god!
I thought you were saying Blair, like from
Blair.
Facts of Life
No.
What's wrong
or
with you?
Blair Witch.
This is the same guy who brought us dinosaurs in leather coats. So
You guys talking about dinosaurs?
you guys dig up dinosaurs.
That's a good question.
All right.
Oh, that's something to put on the soundboard. The Jeff Goldblum.
Josh, can you throw me to our commercial break, please? If you're feeling up for it, that is.
Oh God.
Josh, come on, dude. I need you to wake up.
He had to reboot.
Well,
George, you want to
Josh,
throw
I
us?
just need you to throw me to commercial. Remember how you used to say, we'll be right back?
We'll be right back after a word from our
Just
sponsors.
needed a reminder.
We're the Spirit Hunters, and we're a show that treats Hunter x Hunter and Yu Hakusho's author as the center of the universe. Some weeks we do linguistic analysis. The Chinese meaning of this character is to smelt or refine, but so the changed meaning in Japanese it means to temper. Other times, we get absolutely smashed.
So we take one shot every time. Yusuke uses the ray gun.
1 hour later.
This is the least coherent episode.
Sarah, I think your apartment is haunted.
Check us out at the HyperX Podcast Network.
Superhero stuff you should know. Go deeper than you've gone before into your favorite comic book films, storylines, and characters.
Superhero stuff you should know.
Part of the HyperX Podcast Network.
Thank you, Josh. All right, moving on.
It's a very Defoe laugh at the end of that.
This is an interesting bit of information. There's a Switch survey that was handled by Switch Weekly, which is run by Chris Brandrick. They surveyed nearly 5,000 Switch owners to see what they're doing on their Switch, what they're playing, how many games they got, all that good stuff. So make sure you check out this post because it's got some really fancy graphs in it. Not made by me, but they're still nice graphs.
What are you buying?
So here's what people are buying. Wow. So the median response in terms of total Switch games owned for the respondents is 35. So these people own roughly, more or less, 35 games on the Switch. At this time last year, when they took the survey, people owned roughly 20 games. So they've bought a lot more.
I have a question.
That's a good question.
How do they? So they what is the pool of people they're drawing from
Switch
for the
owners.
survey? But so I haven't gotten a call. I haven't been surveyed. How are they finding?
You're not part of this newsletter.
Okay.
You could get on. It's free to
I mean,
sign
I'm not
up.
saying I should be called. I'm
free.
just
Free.
saying, how
It's
do they
free.
pick?
Well, now you know. Switch owners.
Have you been surveyed?
No.
Oh,
I don't feel it would be right for me to participate in the survey.
I think Deux been surveyed. I'm pretty sure.
Care to respond?
If I was, it's actually none of your business.
None of your business.
Whether or not I've been
It's
surveyed.
none of your business.
Switch owners on average have a game library that's
playing my game.
53% digital. So people are pretty split on Switch between physical and digital, but it's just slightly more the
Fizzy
digital
versus
way.
digi.
That's what they say. And for respondents,
in Australia or something.
39% of people who responded to the survey own Pokemon Legends Arceus, which is crazy because that game just came out. For
And
example,
there's a free one that you can just download. I don't know why people are paying for this one.
So
It's free.
Metroid Dread for respondents is at 50% ownership, which is again another great number. But Metroid Dread has been out longer, but still a great number. Less than
way better.
Less than five. Don't do that. Don't do that. You
What?
played one and you didn't play the other. Less than 5% of
I heard
respondents.
it's way better.
You haven't heard that. Less than 5% of respondents had bought a cloud version of a Switch game. So cloud gaming not that big on the Switch. But of that 5%, 67% said they 67% would buy a cloud game again. So the majority of people who bought cloud games would buy another one. 42% of Switch players have played games from a region other than their own. Have you? No.
I mean, if I have, it
Do
would
you have
be
an
because of you.
Do you have an alternate account on your Switch for Europe or Japan?
I certainly have not then.
Well, then you can't. Yeah, Kirby, you don't.
I'm sorry. What was the question?
Oh boy, these guys! I got a real Nicky Hill.
I was just looking at my phone.
You
I'm really
have
sorry.
not bought Switch games from another region digitally than your own region.
I'm sorry, did you call me?
I have not.
Nicky Hill, have you?
No.
Okay.
You've been buying games only from your
So-
nether regions?
You guys are in the minority. No, you're in the majority. I'm sorry. It says 42% have.
Majority.
That's legal?
Yeah, it's legal. What do you mean you pay money for it? Yeah. Why would it be illegal?
I can think of illegal things you pay money for.
It's the Switch is region free. You don't have to worry about that stuff.
It's region free.
It wasn't illegal to do it before. It was just your system was region locked. Now, making your system not region locked, I'm not going to say that's legal.
You got to
or
be a
illegal. That's
hacker if you want to do that.
A little bit of a gray
Remember
area
when
for
you
some
played
Surf
people.
the dark web.
Remember when you played Super Princess Peach and it was the Japanese version and
Yes.
like you did not know what anyone was saying, but you just played the game?
Yes, because Nintendo hadn't announced they were going to localize it here yet, and I said I'm not waiting. So the DS was region free,
And
so
you
I
still
bought
got
it.
the gist of the game.
I did, yes. I didn't know why Peach was crying, but I knew she was crying. 58% of people in the survey said, the 58% of the people who did get games from another region said they did so because the game is not available in their region right now. So people who want to get a game early because it comes out in Japan or Europe first and they live in America, they hopped on the other shops instead of waiting, because often there are games that come out that have English translations, but the official localized release isn't out yet. So you could get a game from Japan that has English language support rather than waiting a month or two for it to come out in North America or Europe. 26% of people said they did this because the game was cheaper in another country. So they're shopping around different digital shops to save some money, some shekels.
$80.
Over 87% of respondents said discounted games being featured heavily on the eShop was a good thing, because some people worry that the games that get featured in the sales pages that are, of dubious quality, let's say, they're like, that game shouldn't be up there just because it's on sale for $2, but 87% of people say they should.
The game is fun.
For those who have Switch Online, 80% of them said online play was the reason, and 70% of them said legacy titles were the reason. So legacy titles being N64, Genesis, Super Nintendo, NES. 32% of Switch Online members surveyed have also bought the expansion pack. And those who haven't picked up the expansion pack said it's too expensive, or there's not enough extra games in the library, so they don't think there's enough N64 or Genesis games yet, or they have no interest in the N64 library. So why buy the expansion pack? So there you go. An interesting survey. And again, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Like the charts that are in here give you breakdowns for games percentage-wise and ownership-wise, rather than just Pokemon and Metroid Dread. You can get Animal Crossing and Monster Hunter and Hades and all that and see how many of the respondents own those games. So it's a really cool survey. Currybo says, it's crazy how strong the Switch is into its 5th year. Normally, we'd know about the next system by now, and the current one would be on life support. Yeah, I agree. 5+ years is about the time when you'd start hearing. Yeah, I definitely agree.
We're
with
not
that.
there yet, baby. It's
I
still going
don't-
strong.
I don't want a new system like this.
Yeah.
System,
Again, this is the best.
this
The
system
Switch is the best.
is so functional
You know,
for so many different things.
I loved the Wii, but you hit a point in the Wii's lifespan where you were like, all right, they could like go to something else. But
this-
with the
this
Switch,
is-
I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm not there yet. I'm like,
You
man,
play
I
at
don't feel
home,
that at
you-
all.
You play it on the go. You can bring it on the toilet.
Yeah, of course, the next system better be able to be played on the toilet. Otherwise,
spicy meatball.
no interest.
So, quick survey for you, RMC, because everybody wants to know. You've played them both. Metroid Dread versus Pokemon Arceus.
Which do I like better?
Yes,
Dread.
Oh, there you go. So, what I said was technically right. Dread is better. Dread's a better game. All right, next story. Thank you.
For me, this is the first time for me comparing Pokemon and Metroid. Moving on.
Is Metroid Dread the one where Samus is above the law, or is the law?
Oh man.
Nice.
Well, Crazy Colonel, if you're not drawing a picture already, there you go.
Oh come on, that's not.
European.
Oh, actually, yes, that would. Be
That was a joke, man.
I like that one a lot.
Perfect use. We have Europe's March 2022 numbers.
I feel like I've used it a whole
Numbers.
It's great.
We do talk about numbers a lot.
Here's the all right. Well, let's play our old guessing game. We usually only do this for NPD, but it's Europe, so whatever they got. GFK. Here's your top 20 in no. Here's your top 20 in Europe for March 2022. Anybody want to guess any games? I'm just looking for the top 10, but I'll take March.
Excellent. For 2022 or for March?
March 2022.
Kirby.
Kirby.
This is across all platforms?
Kirby is number 5. Yes, and this is all platforms. Madden, big in Europe. Madden is not on the list.
So then FIFA's gotta be, right? There's gotta be a
FIFA is number 3. Congratulations. What'd you say? GTA over there? GTA is number 4.
You know, that's one thing they don't have, right? Is a GTA that takes place in like a European city.
Yeah, they did. It's just the ones everybody pretends don't exist.
Yeah, it's like one of the top-down ones. The second, I believe it was the first sequel.
Oh, yeah?
It took place in London or something like that.
Yeah.
There was talk about it, with the new ones that were coming out, but they haven't done it.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like they're gonna. Now they're going back to Miami, which is like, who cares?
Do I owe you an apology? FIFA is also number 9. Last year's FIFA is number 9, and this year's FIFA is number 3.
Oh, don't worry about it.
So you got 2 spots. Let me see. You got 3 answers on this chart already. Nicky Hill has 1.
Did that Horizon?
No, you said
game come
Kirby,
out?
didn't you? You got
Yeah.
4
I said
answers
Kirby,
on this chart
and
already.
I'm gonna say Elden Ring as well. I'm sure that's number 1.
Elden Ring is number 1.
Oh my god!
Calm down, Betty. Any other guesses, or should we just go on?
That Horizon game?
Horizons Forbidden West is number 7. Great job, everybody.
Great job.
Call of
So-
Duty, bro.
Call of Duty, says Josh. Call of Duty is not in the top 20.
Thanks. Very cool.
All right, here's your top 10. Number 1, Elden Ring, followed by Gran Turismo 7, FIFA 22, Grand Theft Auto 5, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, WWE 2K22, Horizon Forbidden West, Pokemon Legends Arceus, FIFA 2021, and Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. There you go.
Tiny
Now remember,
I would imagine you get Tina the Chi, right? On TikTok, the little chihuahua. She runs around like a maniac.
I don't know if I've seen her.
you know, like any chihuahua.
Man, that's weird. I'm definitely on cute dog TikTok.
Well, yeah,
so
that's why I
should have seen
assumed,
it.
yeah.
I want to point this out. Any Nintendo game on this list does not include digital sales because, once again, Nintendo does not offer digital sales in Europe or anywhere, actually. They don't talk about their digital sales anywhere.
Digi versus
I'm sorry,
Fizzy.
Digi versus Fizzy. Here you go. Colma says GTA London was an expansion to GTA London was an expansion to GTA 1. There were 2 of them. That's true. There were 2 expansions. Tetris for Game Boy Tentovision is not on
Tetris
here.
for
I'm
Jeff?
so sorry. Boom, Tetris for Jeff. So there's your top 10.
Did you know you can play Tetris
Thank
for
you,
free on
Josh.
Tetris.com?
$5,000 is
You know,
on the line.
When I was driving to work the other day, I was thinking to myself, how smooth that guy says, boom, Tetris for Jeff.
Let's hear it.
That's hard to say that fast. Maybe he doesn't say it as fast as it is in my head.
Oh no, it's
General. Oh, maybe it's not general.
It's not under B
Who,
though.
called the
That's
general?
the problem.
Where did we move that? It's definitely on there.
Well, it's under Tetris Boom.
Oh, there
Boom,
you go.
Tetris for Jeff.
He says it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Boom, Tetris for Jeff.
Yeah, try to say that.
Boom, Tetris for Jeff. Oh, it's tough.
It's tough.
Boom, Tetris for Jeff.
Tetris for Jeff. Like you got a
Tetris for Jeff.
baby
Tetris
bumper,
for Jeff.
boo bumper.
Tetris for Jeff.
Tetris for
Tetris for
Jeff.
Jeff. Tetris for Jeff. Tetris
North
for Jeff.
America, this week's releases. What do we get? Switch Online for the expansion pack. What is it? Expansion pack or pass? I don't remember. You got Mario Golf, the N64 game. But what else is available? Star Wars: The Force Unleashed has gotten re-released on the Switch. Now, please note this is the Wii version of the game, not the 360 PS3 version of the game. But they all star the name that everybody loves, Star Killer. So
we got a new bongo.
A game that everybody at this
I
table.
think you underestimate the power of the dark side.
The game is fun.
Oh, okay.
Is the game fun?
Is the
Okay.
game fun? We're curious.
Is the game fun? This game I'm about to tell you about is fun. We have a review for it. And everybody at this table, well, all the guys at this table would be interested in
feeling
it because it is
horny.
made by the developer of Guacamelee. You loved Guacamelee. Did
I
you
love
play
the
Guacamelee?
music from
I take it
Guacamelee.
back. I take it back.
Man, I have so many games that I haven't played.
They have a new game out, and it's called Nobody Saves the World. It's
Oh,
about
I
a
keep
nobody
seeing things
who
like that.
saves the world.
There's
isn't that
a
cute?
bunch of different characters from across a bunch of different franchises and stuff, right? Is that
I
the one?
don't think so. No,
Smash
I think you
Brothers.
just transform into different
I don't think so.
characters, and that's it.
Well, the one definitely looked like a Professor Layton guy. There, he's got
Okay.
a top hat.
That's it. That's all you need, a top hat. Yes,
Yeah,
Nobody
there's a
Saves the
knight,
World.
too. So that's probably like a game that has knights in it.
If you are a fan of their games, definitely check this out. But if you're on the fence or you don't know anything about this game, go read our review because the reviewer went absolutely nuts for it. And I love this. What the hell's the name of that team? Drinkbox. Drinkbox makes great games. So check this out. Also available, a sketchbook about her son. S-U-N. Airy Early Birds Bundle. Air Hockey Puzzles. Arcade Archives Pac-Land, which now has Pac-Mom in it. Blast Brigade versus the Evil Legion of Dr. Creed. Boreal Tenebrae. Bunny Majo. Popo Gijo. Bush Hockey League. Car Mechanic Simulator Pocket Edition 2. Cat Cafe Manager. Cat Cafe Manager.
This is for me.
Chess cartoons.
Meow.
Oh, no. Death Park 2. Oh boy. Extreme Speed Bundle. Go. No, let me try this again. Extreme Speed Bundle. Go. Fish Go. Adrenaline Rush. Jet Ski Rush. You get all those games in
That's
that.
one name.
Yep. Flower Shop Summer in Fairbrook. Formula Retro Racing. Gata Protectors. Cart of Darkness. If you are not interested in Gata Protectors, you gotta check it out. It has a soundtrack by
I quit.
Yuzo
you're not
Koshiro.
interested,
Yuzo
you have to check
Koshiro.
it out?
Yeah, you gotta check it out.
Well, now that you've told me that, I am kind of interested. So if you are interested, do you not check it out?
Yes.
So either way,
No, if you're interested, I don't need to tell you to check it out. You're already gonna check it out anyway.
I liked Yuzo Koshiro
Liked.
back in the day when he was doing good stuff for Streets of Rage 2.
You know, this is terrible. This is terrible.
Oh,
The man
he's
makes
still-
the
he's
man
still
is one
good.
of the
He's
most
still good.
consistent. He made music for Streets of Rage 4. His songs in there are good.
But he was too busy to do every song, so he only
He's a
threw in
busy guy.
couple.
He was doing Gata Protectors.
Well, we got to check it out then.
Hidden Shapes, Animals plus Lovely Cats. Inner Voices, Labyrinth of the Chaka King, Legend of Istona, Lumber Hill, which we also have a review of, not related to Nicky Hill, Mech Mechanic Simulator, More Hun Jump and Run, Traps and Treasures 2, Neptunia Cross Senran Kagura, Ninja Wars, which we'll have a review of that whenever the embargo's up. I don't know. Pinball Freedom, Pixel Game Maker Series, Omaturi Adventure, sure. Pretty Girls Rivers. That's a game where you're playing something that's like Mahjong and it has women on the board that well, anyway.
Nice. We got pretty girls. We got lovely cats.
Radon Break. That sounds very serious. Red Wings Coloring Planes Bundle. Robo Wars. Rotund Rebound. Run the World in Between. Shooting Star Island. Sock Venture. If you're interested in Sock Venture, we will be doing a giveaway very soon for that.
Like about socks?
Yes. Taito.
Is that what happens to the socks that get lost in
play
the
the game
dryer?
to find out. Enter the contest. Maybe they'll win a code. Taito Milestone.
And might I add,
2D and Top D, which we have a review for soon. Tormented Souls, and finally Urban Chaos.
Oh,
sorry, I knew it was going to do something.
Had to pause.
Popple says Hidden Shapes Animals plus Lovely Cats. Are Lovely Cats not animals? I'm so confused. Also, Cat Cafe Manager. I'm confused about this one. Are you a cat that manages a cafe, or are you a human that manages a cafe that serves cats? Or are you a manager of a cafe that is called Cat, or is your name Cat and you are a cafe manager? I need answers.
There are a lot of questions.
I assumed in my head that it was a human who was the manager of a cat cafe, because a cat cafe is a real thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You gotta play the game to find out.
And it's downloadable?
Yes, only as far as I know.
Okay, well, you can expect to hear me talk about it next week.
But the
It's like
thing
when they
is,
announced
you
that
want a
Hello
review
Kitty
code?
was a
I'll
little
get your
girl.
review code.
Yeah, totes.
Are you serious? Like you have to actually do the
I'm on
review?
spring break this week, baby.
Well, remember when you started that like Animal Crossing thing and it just kind of
Don't shame her.
Listen.
Oh, come on, that was like a long time ago.
But if I'm asking a publisher for a review code, we got to do a review.
All right.
Mombrain is busy. She's feeding that big
Busy.
brain, and she's not sitting around playing games all day like some of us.
I can't wait to be sitting around playing games all day.
Let's wait until we hear what she's played later.
It doesn't take her 4 hours to update the
and I'm
soundboard.
going to say this, and you're going to be upset about it, but I'm going to say the only thing that played in my head the whole time was you last podcast where you were like, this guy can't even push the continue button on the iPad, meaning it was sitting there for a week. And I was like, now I got 4 hours of work ahead of me, and I got to do it because I got to make sure it's ready for the next show. But it's ready. So there.
I mean, I said 4 hours is a long time, and I don't envy all the work you did for it. But I got to admit, 4 weeks. I mean, it's enough time. 4 weeks is enough time to squeeze 4 hours.
Do
together,
you were not in the house at I mean, I could have literally said like, "Hey, you want me to bring you a pizza?" And he would have been like, "Oh, why would you ask that question?
When am I going to have time to eat that? Huh?
Yeah, he gets in like every once in a while with stuff like that, or with like official
Gotta go for my
paperwork, like
walk.
the taxes. I do the same thing. If it's like
Right.
real important and serious, I can't focus on anything else.
I just want to stress. I know setting up an iPad. Well, setting up the iPad took like what 30 minutes.
Also,
40
I had to
minutes.
stop watching my stories.
My stories.
So that he could set up the iPad because he needed my phone because we thought we needed my Apple
Well,
account.
ended up we did need it. So because her account had the soundboard thing tied to it, and we had to re-get it that
Gotcha.
way. But I am busy doing other things for the site.
You know, other things.
Well, the only time I stop really is when I'm playing Fortnite with you guys for that
What?
hour.
What
or
other
two.
stuff do you do other than the podcast? I don't.
All right, here we go. Let me tell you, every single feature that goes on the site, I edit. That was 53 features last month alone. I edited every single one of them, including, oh my God, what was it? Like a
very proud of
20 plus page Kingdom Hearts feature. And I do whatever.
sure is
I knew
boring
it was
around
coming.
here.
Whatever.
Let me tell you
iPad's
what I
done.
did. I started a website, and I got to do work for this website that I started.
Let the
Jeez.
record show that I have never in my life met a more hardworking person than
Oh.
Rami Cowboy. So I think everyone would agree, and this is all in jest. I don't want you to take it personally.
Let's talk more about that.
I
pizza.
can't have a salty table.
No, we know how hard he works.
You know
I
how much
just,
he likes pizza.
but I have a feeling a lot of this is just because he hates Apple too. Like
No,
he doesn't like
swear to
Apple.
God,
he
no,
was
'cause
really
I-
putting that off.
No, I knew it was going to take
If he really
a
hated
really
Apple,
long
he would have
time.
gotten a Zune player.
What the way it used to
an
be
Amazon
was
Fire tablet.
when you go to import the sounds, you have to import them one at a time. And they said now there's a new batch upload feature. I was like, this is great. I could do all 196 at once. It didn't work, and I restarted it a million times,
By
and
batch,
it didn't work.
they meant batch.
Oh, move these over yourself.
See, now that's something that I would have volunteered to do for you, but I know you would have never let me. That's the only thing. you
Move
know,
every
'cause-
file one by one.
Yeah, because like you could be doing work and I could be sitting on the couch, literally laughing my,
Well, it's not
giggling my
But
butt
that's
off.
the
at
thing. It's not
things.
just moving them. Everyone has to be put in Audacity.
I wouldn't
It has
have a
to be
problem.
leveled, it has to be exported as an MP3. It has to be put back on the iPad. So it's like each song takes a couple minutes to do, or
Yeah.
each sound takes a couple minutes to do, because you can't just like upload and it's done, which is what makes it so annoying. Josh, can you bring us to everyone's favorite segment, please?
Music.
That's very true.
News.
New segment, cool.
New segment. Cool.
Oh, whoops. Sorry about that.
That was interesting.
I'll get there. I mean, he'll
Josh,
get there.
Josh Robot, Earth to Josh. You're having some malfunctions this week, buddy.
I think
We'll
George
be right
spilled
back.
some lime juice in there.
Josh, what's going on? Oh boy, Josh, remember how you introduced Nicky Hill every
What
week?
are the next European masterpieces? Let's find out with Nicky's sweet releases.
Thanks, Josh. Sorry
Josh?
to bother you.
Listen,
This is for you,
Oh,
buddy.
oh, wow,
this
look
was
at that.
specially requested.
does it have to fit in
Nice.
the whole?
I made it like
Get
7
moving.
minutes
Get
long.
Oh,
moving.
all right. So
That's not a
It's going to
lie.
need to be longer than that, I'm
Yeah,
afraid.
I made it 7
Well,
minutes.
this is
I
a
was
long-
like, is this going to be long enough?
are you going to stop interrupting me?
I mean, it doesn't really
anyone
matter.
care what I think?
What do you think, Josh?
Shut up. I don't care.
In Europe for the week of April 14th in the year 2022, the year of our Lord.
Holy
Very
cow, that's this
cool.
year and this month.
And this week that just passed. There's download versions of these games. Never saw this before.
What
I like
kind
how
of
you gave
versions?
me crap about not letting you start, and you
Digiversions.
still haven't started.
I'm trying. Zian Bashi posted this.
I meant to thank him. I'll
thank
do it
you.
after this.
I just thanked him. And so the download versions of packaged software are 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, BB and Tina, New Adventures with Horses, Taito, Waititi. No, that's Taiko.
Man, that's a stretch.
Taito, Milestones, or Miles Tones, and Tormented Souls, which is everybody listening right now. So you're welcome. So there's more games, download games. Let's get to them. There's a lot. That's a lot. So take a breath. A sketchbook about her son, spelled S-U-N, Sun in the Sky.
I heard that
imagine is what
somewhere.
They are getting at airy, early.
Mount
Airy Early
Airy
Birds Bundle.
Lodge.
Airy Early Birds Bundle. Airy Early Birds Bundle.
Airy Early Erds Undle.
Airy Early Birds Bundle.
Boom, Tetris for Jeff.
Air hockey puzzles. Okay. Never played a puzzle game built on the air hockey.
Make up your own
concept.
puzzles.
Blast Brigade.
Seems like a really bad table to do puzzles on, doesn't it?
Yeah, all your pieces start floating away.
That'd be awesome.
Watch what I'm going to do to Grandma.
My cat puzzle.
Blast Brigade versus the Evil Legion of Dr. Creed.
Dr.
Bunny
Creed.
Marshall.
Yeah, Dr. Creed, I heard he wants to take you higher.
Blast Brigade.
Wow. It's good.
Bush Hockey League.
Ooh.
Car Mechanic Simulator
We got
Pocket
Bush, we got
Edition
Creed.
2. Cat Cafe Manager. Clutter 9. Clutter 9 Tree.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew it.
Well, why is it Extreme? IX?
Extreme. Like,
No. You don't. You throw in the X, it's just the X, not an IX. Are you serious?
I have spoken.
okay.
Clutter Extreme.
I can't read it because it's not in front of me, but I gotta agree with Nikki on this.
I mean,
one.
it's a pun. I get it. Good job, but bad job. Clutter 9 Stream. Cover Fire. Offline Shooter. Cover Fire, yeah. Death Park 2. What? Cover Fire. Like, cover me. I'm going
We
in.
get it. Why are you so confused?
Because I didn't get it the first time. Death Park 2. Defend the Rook. Don't Starve Together. So that's that Don't Starve game, but multiplayer.
Yes, it is standalone if you don't have the original game.
Extreme Speed Bundle Go Fish Go.
that what it
Adrenaline
sound
Rush
like?
and Jet Ski Rush. That's quite the extreme speed bundle.
Oh, man.
What?
I was looking at the list.
There's a lot here. Flower Shop, Summer in Fairbrook, Formula Retro Racing, God of Protectors, Cart of Darkness, and I gotta tell you, you don't know anything about God of Protectors, you gotta play this game. Am I right?
Who does the soundtrack?
Somebody.
Yuzo Koshiro.
There we have it.
I liked him back with Streets of Rage 2.
No. He's still good now. He did a couple of songs for Streets of Rage 4, and he's a busy guy.
Yeah, but he couldn't do it all.
Yeah, he was working on God of Protectors.
We did pretty good there.
That was pretty good. I can see why I annoy you.
Now, this is why I was laughing. Nikki.
Hentai Uni.
No, you got to say it again. Not while everybody's talking.
Hentai Uni.
Hentai Uni. I don't know.
Did you see what this game is? It's like a card sort
Uni
of thing.
as
where
in
It's
university?
like a puzzle game.
Yes.
It kind of interested me
Hentai
for reasons that you wouldn't expect.
I'll review that.
The boobs.
Oh my god!
Oh my God.
All right, we got a long list.
You got to do them at the same time now.
Oh, my
god. Oh, great job.
Hidden Shapes, Animals, and Lovely Cats. Inner Voices. Labyrinth of the Chaka King.
Ooh, I love Black Panther.
Lumber Hill. More hun.
What is that a word?
More hun. Jump and run. Traps and treasures.
The way
too.
it's spelled is fair. It's MOORHUHN.
Nigga, huh?
Nigga, what?
Nigga grandma.
Nobody Saves the World, which is brought to you or made by the Drinkbox Games. Is that what you said? People that made Guacamelee and Sever.
That's correct.
Sweet
Drink box. Yes.
Drinkbox. Pad of Time.
Pad of Time, oddly enough, also released on the Wii U.
Has nothing to do
I
with
love Pad Thai.
Who doesn't, right? I mean, oh, but
Super
what do you
Tasters,
put in
maybe.
yours? Are you a chicken,
You
a
know,
beef?
we don't need to say it with disdain. And
You know, I usually go chicken, but
I even like
but I would
the-
do it. I do it either way.
Nikki, your music's
I don't
running out.
discriminate.
I know.
Yeah,
No.
I even like it with tofu, to be honest.
I always
gone.
go with the tofu.
Did it fade down?
It's going.
Oh,
you
you got
No,
got
I still
time.
got 5 minutes left.
Maybe I made it 10 minutes.
Pinball Freedom.
For safety.
Pixel Game Maker Series. Okay. OMA 2RI.
I said Omaturi.
Omaturi.
Looks good.
Adventure.
Good game.
Pretty Girls Rivers.
Yes,
Radon
please.
Break. Robo Wars. Rotund Rebound.
Not laughing at you.
What is Rotund Rebound?
It's about a rabbit. It's a big circle sphere-like rabbit that bounces around.
Sounds great.
Marky Mark.
Voiced by Russell.
Run. The World in Between.
Holy short.
Shooting Star
That'd be
Island. Rock. No, not Rock. Sock Venture. And 2D. And Top D.
There you
Ladies
go.
and
He
gentlemen,
did it, everybody.
We did it.
Did it.
Was that under 7 minutes?
I think
wasn't
I must have
no.
made the sound 10 minutes if it's
It
still
was like,
going.
I think it's 11.
That was smart.
12.
I made it 12?
Yeah.
Wow.
Also, while Nicky Hill was going through his sweet releases, I took the liberty of looking up Cat Cafe Manager. Just a few bullet points, if I may.
Sure.
Okay. Adopt
Meow.
stray cats and
Meow,
give them a
meow,
new
meow.
home.
Say
I
this
mean,
again. Adopt stray.
Adopt stray cats and give them a new home.
Okay.
Manage your staff and train their skills.
Okay.
Two
Give
things
them a
I
new
can
home.
do. Befriend, I'm not so good at that, and build relationships with the locals, such as Finley, a young musician trying to make it big. And last but not least, discover.
Meow.
This is so exciting. Discover the mystery behind the strange ancient cat shrine in the forest.
I'm interested now. I'm interested now.
All this
definitely.
management stuff and then like huge
Yeah, right.
development in the forest.
Sounds like a lovely cat.
Shillelagh
game.
says,
I'm interested in this.
I hear Nobody Saves the World is quite good, though looking at reviews, opinions are somewhat mixed, but it's from the creators of Guacamelee, so that's a real selling point.
You
There
can't
you go.
live your life by other people's rules, man. Don't look at the review scores. Am I right? But anyways, go to GoNintendo and look at all the reviews that we have up there. They're really great. But we
Just
don't do scores.
No scores. No scores. Sorry, guys. You're going to have to read our opinions if you want to know our opinion, because you know what? My effing opinion isn't 7. That's not an opinion. What's your opinion in this movie? 4? Doesn't mean anything.
Coming,
doesn't mean a
coming
thing.
Numbers,
from the
numbers,
man
numbers,
who, If you
numbers.
experience anything in life, he says, what would you rate it?
1 to 10.
1
yeah,
to
he's-
10.
he's got to do that. But that
Losing
just makes it
points
easier
for-
for talking about it. Like,
Got to start there. You got to start somewhere.
if we were writing a review for him to read, then I don't think he'd want a number.
No, I only want a number. Just you write one number, and that's
Just
here's
like a random number.
here's something that is disturbing, and hopefully not a trend for future games. TAISHO Cross Alice, the all-in-one collection, is a group of visual novels that is now on the Switch, and they have been translated into English, and the game is available on the Switch eShop in North America and Europe and Japan.
Nice.
Here's the thing.
Uh-oh.
If you buy this collection in North America or Europe and you go to play it, I hope you know Japanese, because it's only in Japanese.
Your words are as empty as your soul.
How do you get English? Oh, you have to buy English as DLC.
That's
That
not
should
fair.
not be how it is in the countries where it's released. If you're releasing a game in Japan, make it Japanese and then make English paid DLC. I don't think it should be paid at all to begin with, but if you're going to make some language paid DLC, make it not the language that everybody's or the majority of people are speaking or reading in that region. So for us to get this, so somebody could go on the eShop in North America and buy this visual novel and be like, why is this in Japanese? And they're going to find out, oh, I have to go to the eShop and spend another $5 to get the English translation.
It's still cheaper than hiring a translator to play the game along with
true,
you.
That's true. Doesn't take as much time either.
And it's
What
not
if you just
as
get like a-
easy. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to make a quick joke. It's not as easy,
not easy.
To get through that game as it is the Japanese version of Princess Peach.
That is correct. Yeah. Believe it or not, you don't need to know the story for Princess Peach to make it through it.
But wait, Colma had a thought, and I kind of had the same thought. Like, if the game is made in Japan,
Yes.
I guess I could understand. Like Colma says, it costs money to localize a game.
Yes.
So, like, I don't know. Is that too like? I kind of feel like, all right, well, if you want to play the game, then you have to pay extra for the work that goes into translating it from the language that
Yeah,
it was
that's
created
fine,
in.
but don't make it a separate download that you have to.
So
go to
what
the
if you're going
eShop
to buy
get?
it in America or you want it in English?
Well,
they just tack on the extra money to the price
like
of the game.
every other developer does. Like, it's ridiculous because whoever buys this game probably is going to think it's in English. And let's say it's not. Then they go to the eShop and here's what they find out. I have to pay $5 for the English DLC. And then they also find out, oh, if I knew this didn't have Japanese or this didn't have English to begin with, I could have bought a game and DLC bundle for just $1 extra. So now they're out $4 more than they would have had
So
to be.
your gripe is not necessarily that you're paying extra for English. It's the way that they kind of they're not forthcoming about it.
No, I don't mind. Like, I understand there's localization costs for games. That makes total sense to me. That's
Right.
factored into most games. It's just usually you don't see developers saying we are making you pay for English. That, you just get price differences in different countries because of values of the dollar and the euro and whatever. And then also for localization costs. It's all factored in. Yeah. But now some poor Joe or Joette is going to go into the eShop and have to get, they'll get this game. It won't have English.
For $1.
Maybe they won't have the money to get the English DLC because, as I said, there's two options. There's three options. You get the game I wrote the prices. Okay. You get the game.
Is the game fun?
$54. Now, if you buy the game plus DLC, a special bundle, and the DLC is English, you get that for $55. But if you make the mistake of getting just the game because you don't think you need a DLC bundle, because most people are like, I'll wait until I see if I like the game before I buy the DLC. So if you make that mistake and you buy the game and you see it's not in English, you have to pay, instead of the $1 that the bundle people paid, you pay another $4 just to play the game that you bought because you can't read Japanese. It's shady. It's shady at best.
Shady business practice.
Yeah.
It's not right. Okay.
Yeah.
Joette?
I can understand, like
Joanne?
Joe Schmo and Joe Schmoette.
Well, Joe
Joette
could
Schmoette.
be
Jolene?
What about
Jolene.
Joe? I mean, just plain old
Joe
Joe
and
could go either
Yeah,
way.
you're right. Joe, like facts of life again.
Right.
So yeah, I don't have problems with localization costs or any developers being paid for their work. I don't have any issue with that. But if you're going to do something like this, you have to be very clear. Like if I go to buy this game, you need the eShop needs to, when you click the button, say, please be aware, this is only in Japanese. You need extra content to play in English. Fine.
And that
I get
message
it.
should be in English as well. not Japanese.
Well, you have to pay. You have to pay for the translation for that.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, you have to
Man, what a scam.
That's funny. Shillelagh says Nintendo should pull the game from the eShop. That's not only that's what? Sleazy really is the word for it. I can't think of another game where this has happened. I can't think of another game either. It is, I would agree, sleazy. It's not the way to handle it. It's not the right way to handle things. If you want people to pay extra for the localization for whatever text, fine. Do most companies do that? No, they don't. You get other languages added in as free updates to the game. But the fact that you need this content to read it in English and it is separate from the game itself and at another cost, it's a bit too far for me. This is the first time for me reading Japanese. Finally, our last top story, Do Michaels. And, oh, wait a minute. All three of you here, the three gentlemen, handsome gentlemen, the two gentlemen to my left at this table have seen Turning Red.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you said you liked it. It wasn't your favorite Pixar movie, but you liked it.
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite either, but I liked it more than I was expecting to.
It's no Ratatouille, is what you're saying, but you enjoyed
I
it.
really like Ratatouille, but yeah.
It's no Toy Story 2, everybody's favorite.
That's my least favorite of the Toy Story
Well,
movies, but I still
my
like it.
history with Pixar movies is actually kind of spotty. I saw a little of Toy Story 2, but I haven't seen any past that.
Wow.
Any of the Toy Story movies.
Oh man, you got to see 3. That one will have
3
you
is
crying.
pretty great. 3 is pretty
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
Outstanding.
If 4 didn't make me cry, but I still liked 4 actually.
Woody, what did you think of Toy Story 4?
Amazing.
How about Toy Story 3?
Fantastic.
Toy Story 2?
Outstanding.
And the original Toy Story?
Unbelievable.
Man.
What did you think of
across the board.
Wall-E?
Wow. I am impressed.
Impressed. He's impressed.
There's a snake in my boot.
All right, so that movie made by
Yeehaw! We
Pixar
gotta celebrate.
and Disney. The director of this movie, Domi Shi, revealed that her and production designer Rona Lee were big fans of Nintendo when they were growing up, and they were actually influenced by multiple Nintendo games in making Turning Red. This comes from an interview in the Washington Post.
Like Pocky and Rocky.
She said that's not a Nintendo game.
Oh, sorry.
She says, quote, "Did you know that's getting remade and it's coming out in like a week or two?"
I did hear that actually.
There you go. She says, quote, "Both of us just love that chunky, cute aesthetic, and that was definitely fostered by playing Nintendo games like Pokemon, like Earthbound. There's just something so appealing about how they are able to stylize their world in such appealing, chunky, cute kind of way. When we were looking at the looks development for our movie, we looked at Breath of the Wild and we're like, wow, how are they able to make this world feel so beautiful and rich, but still be able to simplify it?" So there you go, inspired by Nintendo games, old and new alike, in the visual approach to
I saw
Turning Red.
Saw that story, and I thought, yeah, I didn't notice it when I was watching the movie, but I can see what they're talking about, and it actually made me want a Pixar Earthbound movie.
Oh wow!
Great. I think they'd probably stay away from the more, heady adult topics.
What are you talking about? No, they should go for it.
Oh, that's what I would want them to do. Yes, but they're
Wait,
but yeah, they
Pixar
won't.
does.
'Cause it'll
I mean, I
terrify
don't
children.
know Earthbound, but it's adult.
Oh yeah, baby.
Earthbound's got a lot of very.
But-
it's like a very deep philosophical game. It's not like
Not
your
adult.
standard Pixar fodder.
Not adult in like a
but like In and
gory
Out
way,
is pretty.
Let's
mature
just put
in
it
its
this way.
content.
What movie is
They'd
that? I
have
haven't
to-
seen that one. Hold on a second. What movie
Inside
is that?
Out.
No.
In and Out is
With Kevin
is
Kline.
Kevin
That's
Kline.
a good movie too.
You see that movie with the Pixar restaurant?
Oh,
with the cheeseburgers.
In and Out. Yeah, never mind.
Oh my god!
In and Out. Woo. Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's no
Inside-
problem.
Pixar's
That's
In
good.
and Out.
Go on.
I was just gonna say, let's just say if they made an Earthbound movie, they'd have to heavily censor it for China. We'll put it that way for you, Nicky Hill.
Well, par for the course for everything. What were you saying, Nicky Hill? Go ahead.
I don't know.
Okay, excellent.
Oh,
What did has George watched Turning Red?
I only
I'm too
watch
busy.
green movies.
I only watch green movies. Oh, that's good. Donut.
I like the Green Mile.
Can't watch movies, must watch limes.
fried green tomatoes.
Fried green limes.
Donut Muffin says that makes perfect sense. I was thrown by the art style at first, but by the end of the movie, I was really into it. I can see the Pokemon influence for sure. Oh, I gotta watch the movie.
George.
God.
George, who's your favorite superhero?
The Hulk. The Hulk. It's the Hulk.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I
was
was
gonna say
focused on
Green
these
Lantern.
limes.
Green Lantern.
Something.
The green lime turtle.
So stupid. All right, we're done with news.
Oh man, think of all the limes the Hulk could carry.
This doesn't
All
work.
right.
I can't help. I can't help George out.
I just love how you keep giving him the microphone, which I know
Well, that's-
works for the camera,
yeah.
but like
Well, it
anyone-
works for
like-
us. That's how we know we're supposed to answer.
Oh, that's great.
The limes are getting real low, big guy.
That one's real low.
All right. Let's talk about what we played. Dude, what have you been playing?
I played another couple of rounds of Fortnite with the boys this week.
The game is fun.
We had a really good night, and then we had kind of a rubbish night as far as winning. Always fun, but I think it was just like the spring breakers were out and we're older and not as good at video games as they are. And then the only other game I played a little bit more of Tunic, and it's good. It's really good. I'm still gonna say that it's not a Do Michaels game, but I am Michaels doing it. I'm still playing it, and it's the music, although kind of repetitive and not like super catchy, like I was saying last week.
Like Cat Trap?
Grew on me a lot more. So the music's great, the gameplay's great. It looks really cool. And if you're a secret lover, this is the thing that was getting me like last week. There's a lot of secrets in it, and it's kind of they're like right in front of your face, but you can't really see them because of the isometric view, and it's like really clever when you discover one. You get kind of like a little rush, but there's a ton of them, and so there's like a lot to really love about this game. I think RMC, I think you're really gonna like it.
I know I'm gonna love it.
I think you're really gonna like it. It's just, for me, it's still a little bit too challenging, and I know that sounds like a baby talking, because I'm being a baby about it. It's a difficult game, and it's challenging, and there's like a lot of confusing things that they just expect you to get, and it's not pulling me in for like marathon play sessions like, say, a Zelda type game would, or a Zelda would. So that's my only thing. But again, that's just me. I would say I would recommend this game to anybody, but just be wary that it is a challenge. So if you just keep that in mind.
Mombrain, what were you looking for over there? You were looking for a sound, like you were like, Deux said something, and you were like,
I thought I might find out. Love it. Was that Daisy that says that?
I don't remember. No,
I can't remember if it was.
Isn't that from the Rub Rabbits?
Or if it was from, remember that teacup pig you bought me that would say all kinds of things?
Oh, yes.
It might have
I
been the
remember
teacup
Might have
pig
been
that said love it.
Deux, is that it?
Yeah, that's everything.
Thought you weren't going in there.
I wanted to see what people said about what I said about Tunic.
I am kind of interested in Tunic.
Well, Kirby, what have you been playing?
Oh, well, this week I finally started playing Link's Awakening on the Switch.
Ooh!
Yeah, I finally splurged on like a decent size micro SD card. So yeah, and I moved all my data onto that one card, and so Link's Awakening. It's great. It's great. I'd never.
Did you know it was inspired by Twin Peaks?
You must have mentioned that, right, on the show.
It's true.
And believe it or not, I've never beaten Link's Awakening.
The owls?
That's the one with the
They're not what they seem. Yeah.
Is that what?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that why?
They haven't ever elaborated on how Twin Peaks influenced them.
Twin Peaks.
You guys ever seen Twin Peaks?
Ooh, you know what? Anybody wanna maybe this week while I'm off,
Twin Peaks?
watch season 3 again?
Twin
Rewatch?
Peaks is a very different movie.
I still have to watch season 2.
Anyway, sorry,
No, you
Kirby.
don't. You don't have to watch season 2.
That's why I haven't watched it yet.
Yes, you do.
I know. But
Pretty good.
anyway,
I love it.
so this was the first Zelda game with to feature the owl, right? This because this was before Ocarina of Time, right?
Trying to think. I can't think of another Zelda game with an owl. They got cuckoos in other Zelda games.
Owl Newman.
Al Newman. That's right. He was in almost all the other Zelda games. Yeah, I believe you're right.
Okay. Anyway,
Tingle Newman.
yeah, and I played a little bit of the original game on the 3DS, but I didn't get very far, and I'm still not very far, but I'm enjoying it.
Where are you? What dungeon?
Oh, I think I beat the first 2 dungeons.
Oh, so you did the Bow Wow section.
I did, which is the only
Beautiful
thing.
Bow Wow.
The beautiful Bow Wow in his beautiful coat, and that's really the only thing I remember doing. Like the first time I played the Game Boy version. But
Got a lot to go. They do some nice stuff with the music in that one too. Like it's obviously music from the original, but they embellish some parts and add some things in. There's some really cool stuff they do with those songs.
Yeah, and I completely forgot that Link can jump.
Yes, he can. That's true. With the Rock's Feather or whatever it is.
Yeah, that was like I don't know how I forgot about that. It's so
that's such a weird Zelda game.
It
you
is.
can do,
That's
like,
why. That's perfect.
Perspectives and things you do and the abilities you get very unique for a Zelda game.
Yeah, and when it like switches to 2D in like the dungeons, that's
like
very unique
like
game.
Platforming sections, basically. I know like I was going to say the original Zelda had. I guess the perspective kind of makes it look like it might be.
It's a little like Zelda
from
2
the
as
side.
well.
Yes. But yeah, there's literal platforming sections with some puzzles in them too.
Yeah. Do I remember you saying that this was your favorite Zelda game?
It's definitely one of my favorite, without a doubt. It's up there. It's in the running for
It's in
favorite
like your top
overall.
3, would you say?
I could put it in there. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Do you put the remake as that one, or do you?
I'd count them as the same.
All
like
right,
Link's
that's fair, I
Awakening
guess.
in general, either version, because I don't feel that this remake bastardizes the original in any way. It's pretty much the original looking nicer.
Yeah, it's a Game Boy game, so they basically improved everything.
They have like the gameplay it's the same game. It's like they didn't change stuff where I'm like, this isn't what the original was like. So
And so far, if I have like one complaint, and it's a very minor one, I always when I play Switch games on the TV, I always use the Pro controller, and I kind of wish I had the option to use the D-pad. Sometimes.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, it's I'm having fun.
It's a good one.
Yep. And besides Link's Awakening, I think all I played was Wordle and Solitaire. So that's me.
Speaking of Solitaire, perfect segue. Nicky Hill, what have you been playing?
Nothing.
Okay, excellent. Mombrain, what have you been playing?
Penny and Flo, but next week I will have other things to tell you about.
Cat Cafe Manager?
Yes. Also, I'm going to leave music in the very capable hands of Nicky Hill.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I have to go
To your
pass
dinner.
over. I wish you all the very best.
So you're passing over the rest of the podcast, you're saying.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh, well, Mombrain, thanks for staying here while you could. We'll miss you. Nicky Hill, are you prepared for this?
No.
Oh, excellent. You got music. We want to hear it. But later. All right, Mombrain, have fun.
Mombrain's got
Thanks.
music. You want to hear it?
You want to hear it?
It's on the soundboard now.
So, Raw Meat, what have you been playing?
Oh,
Anything?
thank you,
Oh,
dude.
right, sorry.
I played more Fortnite. I played Fortnite with the boys. As I said, I also played Fortnite with the fam, and I played Fortnite with my mom, actually. Just my
That
mom.
doesn't count as Fortnite with the fam?
Well, it does, but
can
when
I
I
put
mean
this down
fam,
without
it's like
causing
more
feedback
than
and
one
stuff?
person. Huh?
If I put this down, does it cause feedback?
I don't know. Put it down. I'll tell you. Looks clear. Looks clear. Yeah, so I played just a couple.
Wow, is this what it's like to not have to hold the microphone?
a few solo games with my
Oh,
mom, or duo games with my mom, and it was a lot of fun. We had a good time. We won one, and she took a screenshot of it, so that was nice. But also, I'm playing Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga for review. I don't want to get into specifics about this, but I don't know how in the world reviewers managed to review that game in the amount of time that they did, because I know when they got the review codes, because I got the code at the same time, and they had roughly 4+ days, 5 days to review that game. It's humongous. That's a game with easily 70 hours worth of
There's a
content,
lot
or I'll
of
say easily
secrets.
60 hours worth of content. And I feel like they went through a couple episodes, like episode 4 and 5, and they're like, I get the idea.
So
I'll
it
review it.
covers all 9 movies. Is that the deal? The Skywalker
Yeah,
movies?
you get them all.
Holy
And
cow.
these, there's, thank you, Nicky Hill, perfect. They,
Oh,
yeah, if someone did manage to play through all the episodes and actually took them in rather than just like run to the end in that amount of time, that's insane to me. I don't know how you do that.
But those games, like we spent when we would play the Lego games, you spend a lot of time collecting all the little
Yeah.
bits and stuff. But people don't. Sometimes they don't want to collect those bits.
I know, but when you're a reviewer, you're supposed to see content. You're not supposed to skip content.
Meh. I mean,
That's why you're not a reviewer, because you said meh.
You underestimate the power of the dark side.
That and you haven't played
Journalistic
a video game since
integrity.
Now,
2003.
I don't expect I don't expect a reviewer to buy every item with every bit that you collect or pip or whatever they're called, and find every secret and do all that. But like to literally go through, like he said, all 9 movies, and each
9
movie is its own
hours?
series of long stages. Like I've put in like 10 hours and I'm still on the first episode.
And you
Holy
still
cow.
had enough time to put 4 hours aside to do the soundboard.
Yes, yesterday. And you know, well, never mind. Yes, I get it. Funny joke. I
wouldn't have a problem.
So I don't get it. They have to be like blowing through these levels and not exploring them to
Yeah,
rush
just
to meet the deadline, and that impacts your review. Like
But they need to get it done for a deadline. Right?
Anastasia Beaverhausen, I'm not doing tons of side stuff. I haven't done any side stuff yet. I'm just playing. I'm directly going to the next mission. Like there's open world chunks in between missions, and I'm just going to the next checkpoint. I'm following the marker and going there. And there's caves up here, and there's doors locked over here, and there's like a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm like, let me at least get through the main 9 episodes before I form some sort of opinion.
Yeah, I don't know how you're gonna.
I don't get it.
Or when you're gonna have this review ready if you're playing like that.
You have to play the entire game to review it.
Are you asking me?
Like you have to see those end credits?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Because reviewers or publishers don't say that.
Yeah. Do you?
Yes.
That's his joke. That's his,
like if you're reviewing
whole
a game, I'm not
skis.
going to review 2/3 of a game. Like I said, if you give me the
If the
beginning
game
of the
is
story
20
to the
hours
end
or
of the
something,
story,
and the game company gives you a week to get it done before they want their review up or something, like
He tells the game company, look,
no deal.
It's probably not going to happen by then.
Yeah,
for me
I'll
to do
tell
a fair
them.
review. And if they say, well, then we'll give the code to somebody else, then that's what
what
happens. Because he ain't gonna compromise his things.
like I have other stuff to do. I can't spend as much time to play the games to review. It will take me longer in general. But when I'm playing the game, I think I'm pretty competent at playing a game. But I'm not going to rush it to reach a deadline because I feel that ruins the experience of the game and will impact your review.
which is the main reason I can't review games, because
Much better than I said.
most of the time I can't get past the first level.
So, like in the Lego, when it comes to a game that's story based, like Lego Star Wars, where levels are built out to tell the story, I want to see all those levels. Like I don't need to see all the little side hidden stuff. I mean, I personally want to, but I know I don't need to see that for review purposes. But the main portion of the game, I want to see that from beginning to end before I formulate an opinion for a review. So,
And they say you need to get this up immediately, and you say,
it's not like that. They'll tell you. The embargoes will tell you when the review is supposed to be up, but when you ask for a review code and they give you the back and forth, and then you get one, you're under more of an you're under more of an obligation to get it done by that time, because they know, just like everybody else knows, if you have a review that comes out after the embargo, like by a few days, nobody gives a shovel. So it's the way it is. But that's just the way it is. But I'm not. Let me make this very clear.
Never review this game.
I'm not accusing other outlets of not paying enough attention to games. I don't understand how they do it. It doesn't make sense to me time wise. And here's something else I will say: there are instances where outlets get codes before anybody else, especially when it comes to print. Print gets a much longer lead on content. So print, completely different story. But for online media, I've been doing this for like 17 years. I have a very good idea of when codes come out, when they're going out to people, and how long these people have to play this stuff. So unless they have a super special circumstance, I don't know how they're doing this stuff as quickly as they are.
and maybe you said this already, and I apologize, but if you're playing the game just to speed through it, one thing you're not going to be doing is having fun.
Yeah, right? And no matter what you're doing, if you're cranking out like 10-hour gameplay days every day just to get this review done, it's going to be a slog. Anastasia Beaverhausen says, to be fair, I couldn't actually tell you how long the levels took me in total because I'm at 65 plus hours anyway.
Man.
There you go. The game, it's got 9 movies worth of content in it.
Well, but all the other ones have come out already, right?
This is made brand new.
Why?
This is not content from any other game. These are from the ground up, built from scratch.
I feel like they
These
could
are-
have, milked it and had 9 separate games and made a ton of money. Like,
well, they
over
did.
the years.
That's what he's saying. They did other Lego
Why did they
compilations.
redo the entire thing? Like,
Why did they? As a close to the saga, the Skywalker saga, they redid and I shouldn't say redid because it's new. They didn't take anything from the old ones.
Right.
These are brand new.
And do these games have dialogue? Like actual
Yes,
dialogue?
voiced dialogue.
See that? I don't know how I feel about that. No, wait.
You saw the Lego movie. They talk in that.
The Star Wars, not Star Wars, Jurassic Park games.
J Park.
Well, how did they do
Jurassic
it? They had dialogue. They had dialogue in cutscene. Oh, he made it. He made it through.
Yeah, they made the jump at. I'll take that. They made the jump at some point to. Mombrain, you want to give him just like some food or something?
But they
made the jump from non-voiced to voiced, which
But-
I also feel lost some of the charm.
But what added some of the charm was that they used sound clips from the movie as like
That's not what they do anymore.
sound effects
This
while
is
you're playing the game.
Fresh written dialogue, obviously based off the Star Wars movie, with a whole new set of voice actors and everything. So, but with all the other Lego games, they inject humor into the whole storyline, and there's lots of funny stuff in there. But yeah, I preferred it when the gags were visual and no one spoke. That's how I liked the
How's
Lego
that
games.
Jar Jar? Good.
I haven't seen them yet. I'm only in episode 4.
Oh, I thought you said episode 1. I thought you said. the
Oh,
first
sorry.
episode.
I meant you're correct. I
Mission
meant
4 of the first.
No,
episode,
I
or-
meant the first Star Wars movie when we were a kid, which is 4, but I said 1.
Oh, you started at 4, or does the
Yeah.
game start at 4?
You can start on whatever episode you want.
Oh, cool.
So
Why
yeah,
don't you just start at the last one and finish the game? Then?
that's how they did it.
That's how they did it.
So there you go. I'll have a review of that probably 2028.
Or
but
maybe
now it's in the works.
maybe these other outlets have more time to play the game because they're up your stories and not posting properly. You know
well,
what? We're gonna
no.
keep
If it's a reviewer and they're just doing reviews, that's still an ungodly amount of content to fit into 4+ days. 9 Star Wars games worth of content, over 60 hours of content easily.
Do they get multiple copies and have like 3 or 4 people playing different episodes at once? That's probably not.
They
what
could,
happens.
but then you would have to say that in your review. Be like, this is the culmination of 6 people's reviews in one. Like, yeah, man, that'd be real crappy if they had 6 people playing through the games just to get it done, and then one person writes a review by talking to everybody else.
Weird.
You just gave me a great idea. Colma needs to have their own island and call it Culmination.
Oh, I'm sorry. That took me a while. It's a good one, Nicky.
What do you think, Colma? You down? You up for the challenge?
All right, that's enough of that. There's my rant. All right, let's do questions. Send your questions to goninpod@gmail.com.
Where do we send our questions?
Where?
goninpod@gmail.com. They can be about Nintendo, they can be about video games in general, or they can be about whatever the hell you want. This week's question comes from Pratt Trap. He says, is it just me, or does the new theme song for the podcast sound a bit like Aphex Twin featuring KK Slider?
Nice.
In that vein, what artists would you like to see KK Slider work with? I mean, any. The man's a musical genius. I don't care who he works with. You give me a KK Slider cover of any song, I'm into it. So, Yanni, I don't know how
I'd
that
love
would
to hear.
work, but let's
I
do
think
it.
I'd love to hear KK Slider work with like 9 Inch Nails or something.
Oh yeah. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wee, wah, 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 wee, wah.
Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. I'm still a fan of that the Mamma Mia version that's on TikTok. I don't know if you've heard. It's like wait, no, that's Toto's Africa.
Oh.
But there's a version I heard. There's like a really mangy dog getting like brushed, and he has a weird face, and the song goes great with it. But anyways,
Yeah, I can't think of anything in particular just because I think KK Slider makes everybody better. So we'll take anybody who wants to work. It's really who does KK want to work with? Because
That's
we
right.
know he's the more well-known artist
He
than
calls the shots.
many others out there. Who's a popular artist right now?
Ed Sheeran.
Get him out there with those BTS gang. The BTS is
Those
popular.
BTS
KK
gang.
is Slider.
The
Is
world's
popular.
best singer.
That'd be
Oh my
cool.
God, you're right. Josh and KK. That'd be amazing.
Oh, yeah, wow.
JKK.
Thank you for
Hell
the
yeah.
thank you for the question, Pratt Trap. We also have our Patreon
My
question.
name's Josh Robot,
Oh,
and
no.
I'm here to say I'm the best on this podcast, far and away. I'm so ready, and you guys suck. If you don't like that, I don't tell a darn.
So that's what it would
Hell
sound like.
yeah.
We have a Patreon question from Autumnal Blake, and they say, invent a power-up for the next Mario game. It can be clever or stupid.
Just really big feet.
Like Currybo's shoe. Oh, my apologies.
But still, on his feet.
Like the Battletoads when they kick 3
Yeah.
times and then the foot gets big.
Oh yeah, you're right. How about
Big old clown shoes.
in a product tie-in, Nintendo works with Takis.
Oh
Mario-
my god!
Mario eats Takis to get the fireballs instead of a flower.
Nice.
Not bad, not bad. I like now that Mario has nipples,
Yes.
maybe he can drink some milk and shoot out of the nips, and it propels him backwards very quickly.
Well, I don't think it's going to get any better than that.
Wait, the Takis thing was for Mario to eat? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
Because I was thinking Wario. Does Wario have fire farts?
he has farts. I don't know that he's got fire farts.
I think they're like garlic farts. So
They are definitely garlic
Garlic
farts.
pretty standard farts.
That's why you never see a vampire in those games.
Wario, if you ate a Taki, could you give me an example of what you might sound like?
Oh my God!
My insides are shredded.
Oh my God, it's
I'm so confused.
Let me hear it again. Okay.
I'm so confused.
Oh my God!
There's another Mario, or I think there's a Waluigi one we haven't heard in there.
Really?
Whoa! That's Yoshi.
Of course.
I love that.
Maybe it didn't make it in there for some reason. It was something about singing and dancing.
I mean, I don't know what you would name it.
I don't. Maybe I didn't put it in there.
Do I
Maybe I
have
missed
to?
it. I didn't
How
put
about-
that in
I
there
didn't
as much
think
as
you
I
would.
wanted to.
How about if Mario eats a Taki and all he says is,
Hey, I was ready.
All right. Thank you for your questions. Also, I didn't do the whole Patreon thing. Nicky Hill, did you know that you could join a Patreon?
For $1.
For $1. This guy's on. Thank you, Billy. And that's where you could submit those questions. Okay. Let's do music.
I got music. You want to hear it?
You want to hear it?
Oh.
Oh, faded it out. You can send your music to goninpod@gmail.com. Please put
Where?
music in the title. goninpod@gmail.com. We have 5 lovely songs selected, I'm sure.
Oh,
Nope.
That's not Nicky Hill music.
That's your
Nicky Hill music.
Yes. All right, let's do it.
Apologies. I apologize in advance.
Apologize.
I'm gonna try to go with this. Let's see what this stuff says.
Can't do any worse than Mombrain. Am I right, guys? Am I right?
Got
She's
it.
gone. She's gone.
Are you sure she's gone?
Oh my
So-
God, is she gone?
This one comes from Steister. Oh, you know what? Pause. Hold it.
This is just
Hold
like
that
a
thought.
Oh, you're not even plugged in.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
I haven't done this in like
It's
what,
fine.
8 years.
It's
Don't
fine.
make
It's fine.
excuses. Make good.
Okay. All right. I can't. This is bad quality, so I can't tell if it's GBA or N64. Great.
N64 it is.
Man, I don't know. Let's.
Oh, is it a Pokemon? Is it first party?
First party.
What is this first party? Wave race.
No. Oh,
Is it a sports game?
some people call this a sport.
Is it a Mario Kart?
Golf.
No. Yes.
Mario Golf.
Yes.
Yeah.
All
Full
right.
title. I don't play by Mombrain.
See, I thought to myself, now what sport would Nicky Hill most likely crap on with that joke? And golf was the first one I thought of.
Oh, I mean,
How about
it's
that?
still technically a sport.
It's not technically a sport. It is a sport. We don't have to get technical about it. But like, technically a sport, I guess, would be, I don't want to offend anybody. I was going to say something.
Who do you think you are? I am.
I'm just asking why Nicky Hill doesn't consider it a sport.
No time.
No, it's a sport. I was just playing games.
Playing F-Nuts.
Yeah.
Nice.
Playing F-Nuts with my brain.
That was a cool little tune. It sounded kind of like an 80s action show theme song.
Yeah, it was like the opening to the A-Team or something.
Nicky Hill?
I know. I'm trying to keep track here.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
That was one.
That was one.
This one comes from Blood Ocean 07. I know nothing about this. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, I blew it.
Ooh, that was going to be good right there. You knew they were gonna
Why'd
kick
you
it in a high gear.
close it?
I didn't know if there were details from
Is it a YouTube link?
this. Yeah, but I'm just opening the link. I just the link. I'm not opening the link.
You could hit the description button. Show more or whatever it says under the video.
Man, this is hot.
I don't even know what system this is.
Neither do I.
What are you doing on your phone?
I'm writing down the stuff. I don't want to hit. I don't want to choose the same. Listen.
Okay. Oh, I got you. I thought she pre-selected stuff for you.
Are those sound effects?
Yes, these are game. All right, so we don't know. I can't. The sound is so simple that it makes. I don't know. Game Boy Color. I got no
I
idea.
know nothing about this. So
It
this
sounded
says,
like a Game
Blood
Gear
Wash, Porky's Revenge.
Okay. I know nothing about it.
Yeah, never heard of it, but that was a sweet little tune.
Blood Wash?
Nice little ditty.
Blood Wash Porky's
Blood
Revenge?
Ocean sent
Or
us
it's from
Blood
Porky's
Wash.
Revenge,
I
but
guess
it's
we should have seen it
Blood
coming.
Wash is the
Blood
song? I don't know.
All right. Come on. Final Fantasy 7. Come on.
Oh boy.
Resident Evil 2.
I chose the wrong thing here. All right. This one comes from Turbo K.
After saving with customized car insurance from
man.
Liberty
See, this is
Mutual,
why I didn't want to click the link.
YouTube ad?
Don't you have YouTube Red or something?
Red is dead. Premium. And yes.
Red's dead, baby. Red's dead.
Electroplankton.
No.
Ooh.
Good guess.
Can you turn it up, please?
Kind of all the way. Now it is.
This is familiar.
Fragile Cream Dreams.
Super Mario Brothers.
I need to play this game. No.
Yeah, this is very familiar.
Hey, I swear it.
Is this Grease?
Hey!
Yeah, baby. Yeah,
Yes,
baby.
You don't need Final Fantasy 7. You got it.
I got Grease. Who needs Final Fantasy
got
7 when you
Grease,
got that
baby.
beauty?
Man,
Love
you
that
were so
game.
good at that. I got chills.
Are
he gets
they
it.
multiple?
Oh, he gets it.
Son of a-
You haven't seen the movie, so you don't get it.
Oh, man.
You haven't seen
Jeez.
Grease?
Oh,
we
jeez.
talked about this
We discussed this
on the
like 2 years ago.
podcast.
I know enough. One of them gets pregnant.
It's John
Travolta,
Travolta. Yeah, pregnant.
No wonder those aliens want to talk to him.
That's why Xenu wants.
That is funny.
I guess this is Tom. Comes from Tom.
Tom goes to the mayor.
Okay. Tom Brady? Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy? I like the sound of this one. That noise. Why do I know that? Is this first party? No. Okay. That noise, that whining noise, that's ringing a bell for me, and I don't know why. Have a system?
Switch?
Oh, forget it. I don't know. Too much stuff on Switch. Not enough time. Too much stuff.
Anyone?
Should I know?
Voodoo Economics? Anyone?
Voodoo Man?
Moonlighter.
Oh, that's really funny. I was just writing about that game. I was like, I never got around to play that. I should play it. And now it bit me in the ass.
No offense, but I love how I like it when you get them right better, but like I like when you get them wrong because you take it so like you get so up in arms about
yeah,
it. But
because you know what I think about? I think about, boy, if I was like 10 years younger or 20 years younger, I would have played all these games, but now I'm a stupid
Stupid old.
I'm a stupid old.
I'm a stupid old head.
Now it's like, oh, I should probably go to bed now so I can get up and work tomorrow and write about games. Don't want to play them though.
Boomer.
It's too much.
Yeah. Go to bed.
Haven't played Moonlighter, but I watched Moonlighting. That was great, right?
I guess I'm gonna say this
For
is
you,
from
Bruce.
Jess.
Too soon.
Bruce Willis is going place.
Or Jess I'm not sure. I think that's a name we hear on the
Jess
podcast.
I remember.
What's your name? Start with a C. Start with a G. Start with a Z. Nothing nasty now.
Okay, we'll get it, Kirby. You got the great memory. Samba de Amigo.
Is it like a Mario Party?
J
Or no.
K L
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Konga?
B. That's how you spell it.
64? Donkey Kong 64? No.
Your name.
I don't know. Are you sure this doesn't sound
Your
familiar?
Really?
All right. Then, yeah, I'm
That's
I got
your
nothing.
name.
What name did he spell? Play it again. I need to hear what name he
had any
spelled.
vowels in it.
What's your name?
All right, listen.
Start with a C. Start with a G. Start with a Z. Nothing nasty now. What's your name? Spell it. H-I-J-K-L.
He's going through the alphabet. What the hell?
Say, everything he said was it starts with
Typing of the Dead.
No.
Oh, that was a really
San
good guess,
Francisco Rush Extreme
is that-
Racing.
What the hell is that? Putting in your name at the end?
Game over, yeah.
Don't worry, do your best.
I don't know.
So that was 5.
I don't
Right, that was
remember
two different
Yeah, that
songs.
was 5. That was Katamari. You just did yes.
Continuing here?
No, we're doing well.
we're gonna
we
sing
can do
City
one
Pop for
more
the
if
rest
you
of the-
want. One
I gotta
more.
get out of here soon.
I gotta get out of here. We'll do one more and then we'll end it.
Oh, that's a soundboard thing. It says it in the.
That song came up on my YouTube as a recommended song.
It's so good. It's so good.
5, 6, 7,
All right,
9.
here's one. This is from Wired. Get ready. Now I'm playing it.
Oh, this is Romance of the Three Kingdoms.
Wow. Which one though?
The one that I played for review on the Switch, I want to say it was 13, 14.
Yay! Nice job.
Yeah, that's
Sounds
great.
like it's got
That's
some
great.
pretty cool music.
It's got really good music,
That's
and
pretty epic.
and it has to, because you'll play it. Well, I told you my experience. I played for like 12 hours, like 4 days in a row, and like was so pissed when I had to like get up to eat something. Like I was so upset. But yeah, anyways, great music, and I got a couple right this
You
week.
did.
How about
You
it? And
did.
they were an old faves.
What's our score
We
there?
got 3 out of 6.
6 out of 9 we got? Wow,
Yes.
we did it. 6 out of 9. Wow.
I gotta stop doing that.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I've done it
Wow.
a dozen times.
Well, thank you, Nicky Hill. You did a great job.
Yeah.
And
Great job.
Great job.
Do you have anything for us this week or no? Yeah, you got to swap back there, buddy. Pull your cord and put it
Oh
back.
yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Do it. You got time. Do you have a rumor?
You know, I do have one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
So, yeah, rumor of the week actually is related to the Oh My God that you just played. There was, let's say, at the time that they made that golf game, it was golf or was it tennis? They didn't have a lot of time with the voice actors, so what they did was they took an old porno recording that Charles Martinet did.
Oh no!
And they used, this is completely true. They used that, and then they just messed with the pitch a little bit to make it sound like it's two different characters saying "Oh my God."
Mr. Martinet, would you like to respond to these allegations?
Oh my God!
I took a little bit of the pizza pie, and then I took a little bit of the porno, and then I did the voiceover for it. And
Man,
oh
that's,
my God,
that's a deep cut. That was like his audition.
yeah,
That was great.
That's
I mean, it's true. I guess
I only
believe it.
know two Charles Martinets. The one that for that interview, and then the one for when I met him, and I totally disappointed him.
Man, if I could add one clip to the soundboard, that would be it. Which is obviously impossible, but
I love that man, and I hope I'm glad that he's so popular that he would never ever remember that interaction. Because man, I feel so bad.
well, thank you for that, Do. I appreciate it.
Thanks,
Josh. You want to say anything before we go? Also, make sure you guys go to podcast.
Shut up. I don't care.
Podcast.hyperx.com to see our show and other shows in the HyperX Podcast Network. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye to
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
That's good.
That's funny. Man, that dancing one is not on there, huh? To be in the Mario thing, or maybe I left it in general by accident, but maybe I didn't put it there.
I don't want to be here.
I know. Look at it.
Don't want to be here.
Go through that.
Some good stuff.
We got a little after show. Go through that random page and
Yeah, let's do.
see if there's anything new in there that we didn't
See
hit.
what's on there.
Sure, why not?
Nice, perfect.
Kirby, if you gotta go, you can go.
Oh yeah, I wish I could stay, guys, but I.
It's not gonna happen.
Hey, listen, you stayed the whole show, so
Haha. And might I add,
It's already after 5:30.
Go, you've stayed your hour.
All right. Well, I'll miss you guys.
oh, have a safe trip. Yeah,
Thank you.
Have a safe trip. Be careful.
Yeah, we want pictures.
be careful. Have a
Oh,
safe
yeah.
trip
Don't go looking for trouble.
I'll send you guys plenty of pictures.
Nice.
from the bedroom.
Occasionally text us with an AG, meaning all good. just
Yes.
So we know you're safe.
Or NG, no good, and we'll be right there.
Yeah,
He's going to our neighbor's house.
and leave
Goodbye,
your hotel
Kirby.
and room number in the chat for us.
Goodbye, Kirby.
Goodbye. Have fun.
I understand.
He'll
Sure,
be
why
back. Will he not be here?
Not for the next
podcast?
show. He'll be
Not
back.
even close.
He'll be back the one
Man.
after. He's
It's
good.
Amazing.
He's good. The random page has got a lot of great stuff on it, like the mummy
Kept you
guy.
waiting, huh?
Yeah.
Meh. I do miss hearing that mummy guy.
I love the like just that's even a story, like that they put that together and they were like, this is what the mummy.
You know what I should add on there for the numbers discussion
Wish I
besides
was
just
dead.
numbers? I should add in the other caveman guy.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, yes, yes.
1, 2, 3.
wow.
I don't know what else is on here.
Wow.
What a
What a hole.
Yeah, I don't know what else is new on the random page and
Something is looming.
shit that's spread throughout the other pages.
I read well actually I heard on
I'm not gonna lie, I'm sweating a
I
little
heard
bit.
on a podcast that David Spade went up for that Daniel Stern role. And thank goodness he didn't get it because
Yeah,
Daniel
right?
Stern knocks it out of the park. I was just
What
trying
a
to think of other
disaster
people.
that would have been.
saying, "Wow, what a hole!" They would have never said it as
Would have
good.
been way too sarcastic. That guy.
Yeah.
Any other sounds?
I was looking for you to hit something.
Wow! Sounds that happen naturally.
I don't know. I'm trying to find here.
Maybe
What are
just
you trying
go
to
through and hit them all.
we can't. We can do that after the show.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Nicky Hill's got
Gee,
nothing.
it sure is boring around
We're gonna go.
here.
We're gonna end it here then.
Any good questions from the Discord that we can answer?
We did.
Everybody.
We did questions.
Yeah, but this is the after dark.
The
This
show-
is for
this
when
is
we
not
can
after
curse.
dark.
We can't curse still. Or?
You can curse, yeah, but the show's
Ask
over.
me a freaking question. I'm still not uncomfortable cursing.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching and listening live. If
RMC
you're here.
is done with you, folks.
Thank you so
And-
much for playing my game.
Oh, you got people typing, so I'll wait to see what they're gonna
Nice.
say.
They're gonna say, "What's
Casey
your
says, "See you
favorite?"
soon," or "See you next week." There you go.
Okay, yeah, they're they're finished with us. All right, I don't blame you. Thanks for coming.
Well, who wants to come over and unclog my toilet? Says Anastasia Beaverhazen. There you go.
No more questions.
And Tim Doe says bye.
Yeah,
Goodbye,
exactly.
everybody.
See y'all. Thanks for the show. That's it.
Dang it!
What?
I wanted to talk about how it's Easter and how Jesus was the originator of respawning.
Okay, we're definitely ending. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for watching and listening. Goodbye. We're not getting into this conversation.
Goodbye. Why?